When I went to bed, Bitcoin was at 67. What the hell is going on in Spanish?
What do you mean? It's going up, 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 baby.
I know why. What else should I be buying? I'm very concerned. I'm also concerned that I'm asking you for advice.
Hey, man, listen, I don't really have any financial advice. All I know is people are freaking out about the stock market and state of the world. Gold's going up. Bitcoin's
not
going
going
up.
up.
Gold was going up for a little bit. Silver's on its way up.
I gotta buy silver.
Yeah. People are losing faith in the establishment.
I don't know. Yesterday was a nice day. I made a lot of money yesterday that I know is just going to disappear in a couple more days.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
It'll come back.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not looking to pull it out early, so.
Yeah, I looked at my Coinbase account, and I was like, whoa, all right.
Yeah.
We're back, baby.
Yeah. But
So when are you supposed to pull
Jesus.
out?
Oh, wow. Coming in hot. When do you want to? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
that's
kind of
what
up to
I'm.
you. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like right now, like I'm
Well, they're
happy
projecting it to hit 100.
Yeah.
And
Bitcoin?
Yeah. And it's at 60 something, and it could go to 70 soon, and then drop back down to 60 something, and so you could wait it out or you could pull out early. I'm long term investing, so I'm not interested in pulling it out now. The thing that makes me the happiest is that a couple of years ago, I brought this to my father and said, Bitcoin. And he's like, I go, I'm telling you, Bitcoin, Spanish told me. And he went and bought it, and it just tanked after that. So I'm like, oh, Jesus. So then I was like, gold. And then he bought gold, and gold took off. I'm like, all right, good. And now Bitcoin's taking off. So now I feel like, all right, I got him. Now if it tanks after this, it's on them.
Yeah,
I got him through this one.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it definitely will tank again, but every time it tanks, it goes up higher than the last time.
Right.
So
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. So, and Ethereum is doing really well. I was surprised to see that. And that's projected to be at 10K
And
at
that's
the end
like
of this year.
3,500 right now.
Yeah.
But also, Carmen, if you have some money in there and you want to take a little bit out and leave some in there, then that'll build it a little bit more. Then take a little bit out and let that build and do that.
Right.
If you want to do it that way, or like Mike said, he's leaving it in until it just completely goes into the ground.
My money has tripled since I invested.
Yeah.
So, or very close to tripling, and that's what it's a long-term investment for me. So I'm not even.
Do you still have your Dogecoin? I know you bought a
No.
lot. No,
No, I got out good on
that's
Dogecoin.
that's actually going up too. But,
I saw that, but it's still in the dollar something range.
Yeah.
I sold it pretty high.
What about your moon face?
I don't know where that is.
Pizza moon, whatever it was.
It was what was it?
Moon
pie?
Moon pie?
Something like that. I don't know. Dave
Moonbeam.
Portnoy owes me $85.
Yeah.
I said in Spanish the thing from way back whenever the guy used the, 10,000 Bitcoin?
Dude, yeah.
10,000 Bitcoin to buy 2 pizzas from Papa
Papa
John's.
John's.
Yeah, whatever, which now that $10,000 in Bitcoin would be worth $280 million.
I was telling Spanish, I remember when that came out, and I remember trying to figure out how to mine for Bitcoin on my computer when I lived in Tallahassee.
I remember watching the thing, and the guy had in his basement a bunch of different
So
computers,
sad.
and I was like, I don't know what that is. What do you mean they're mining? Like, what is going on? Like, it was brand new. We didn't know what the hell was happening. I'm like, and it's taking up a bunch of energy. And
I wasn't even trying to make money. I was trying to get the free pizza. I was like, this is awesome. He gets free pizzas all the time.
yeah.
That documentary where that guy was mining in his basement for all these years and buying parts and all this stuff, he knew what was going on, man.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need a little nerd like that.
Yeah, I'm happy for some of my friends, but very envious because a couple of them bought into Ethereum and Bitcoin when Ethereum was like
Hundreds.
$10. Yeah, Bitcoin was hundreds of dollars, and now they all live in New York and they have a blast and they're
I don't think
semi-retired.
I don't think I could hold on to it that long.
Me,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
If it was going up and down, doing stuff, I'd just be like, all right, I'm done with
I know.
this. It's taking up too much of my time checking it.
That was the thing is I related to you hardcore the other day when you're like, I was checking it every day. I was like, I don't miss those days.
Yeah.
Every day in the morning, I'm like, oh, God, what is it doing?
Well, I mean, I put it in there where I said to my wife, because she controls all the funds, I said, listen, give it to me. Just give me a little bit. I want to invest in something. And she's like, fine. I'm like, what's better? You give it to me to do this or to go buy a car that I don't need? And she's like, all right. And she gave it to me, and now it's almost tripled. So now I feel like I'm good. If she wants her initial investment back, take it, you know. So I don't know. We've been pretty smart with that kind of stuff. I don't want to be the 60-year-old radio guy who's like, what do you mean I can't work anymore? I'm still cool.
Yeah.
I've been doing most of my investing with SHR. I don't know if you guys know about that. It's Seminole Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Turn,
I've been doing some good rips over there. So
True Americans.
Yeah, right. And Carmen, if this helps you at all, like I'm probably going to sell a couple of Ethereum to pay off some of my debt this year.
Okay,
But-
that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I got some debt, or well, not debt, but I'm
Yeah.
But remember, you will get taxed on
Yes.
that, and
So
you have to
that's what-
report that at the end of the year.
Right. So how much? So that's the thing. Like, how much are you allowed to take out before? 'Cause isn't it-
No, you're getting taxed either
Either
way.
way,
if you're
yeah.
selling it,
Right,
yeah.
but I know there's like a certain amount. There's that like goal, like there's that certain amount that once you go over that, the taxes go up.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got
Even
run
more.
the numbers. I think you got 30% capital gains tax, but I don't know the like.
Talk to
if
your
it's a year.
accountant.
Yeah.
We
Because I
draw
don't
the
know
line
how long
in
you've been
Spanish is-
investing. Yeah.
Knowledge at a certain point.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% agree with you.
There's that, and then there's keep in mind, Carmen, I went to Biloxi one time with Amanda, and Galvin's like, try the Sizzling Sevens. And I hate slot machines. I sat down in the high limit room, Sizzling Sevens, and won $3,500 my second pull. And they meet you right over there with the tax paperwork right at the machine.
Yeah.
So I filled out taxing, and I brought it to my accountant, and he goes, all right. He goes, that's fine. We'll just offset that with your losses. And I go, you can do that? And he goes, yeah. He goes, do you gamble? I go, yeah. He goes, do you win? I go, no. And he goes, well, you won this time, but you lost 4 other times. I go, yeah. And he goes, well, there
Yeah.
you go. I was
You
like,
can
well,
actually get a win-loss sheet from the casino,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
depending on what you play and as you're using your card and doing that type of stuff.
No,
Yeah,
I do not want to see that.
No, you
That's
don't.
that's what we call in the business a hand pay. Whenever they come over and do that, and you have to fill out the 1090 or
Hell
whatever it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the same thing with the stock market, Carmen, if you're going to sell some stuff, but then you're losing money in other places, you'll probably be able to offset some of that. And then again, I'm not an accountant.
No.
I'm just
Right.
assuming.
Yeah. But
Well,
Marco knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
accountant knows.
Yeah.
And that's who I go to. But like for the last, however many years, I've been in school, so I've never owed money because that
Right.
has offset that. Where now have not been in school, so I know that's going to change eventually.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that makes me like, I'm like, I don't know. Being an adult sucks. Everyone,
know
tell
that
your kids being an adult sucks.
Every year that I've gone to Rob DeMarco for taxes, and this has been since Galvin's been here, and so we're going on probably like 16 years. Every year that I've gone to him, I've had a new car that year. Like it was either my car, Amanda's car, a Sprinter, the van for Pipple Toddler, the new bus for Pipple Toddler. Every year there's been a new car that we purchased over the year, including this year because of Joey's car. Isn't that weird? Like he's like, how do you keep buying cars? I go, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Yesterday I thought was going to be a very sad day. I thought my dad was dying yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
My dad put a post on Facebook of me, a picture of me and a picture of my brother, and he wrote, "I love these two, my sons."
Oh.
And that is unprecedented.
I was gonna say, did he get hacked?
I
I thought he says it all the time, but you don't.
No, we never say it.
Right.
He only says it now because I say it on the show that we never say it.
Oh, okay.
But again, I'd like to repeat for those of you who don't know, we are very fine with it. I love my dad. He loves me, and there is no doubt in that. We don't need to say it. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
nice to say it.
It's
Here.
not. It's not. It's uncomfortable now. It's nice to say it like since you're a kid,
Yeah.
but when you're an adult and all of a sudden it comes out of the blue, you're like, "Are you okay? Are you dying?" So when he put that post up yesterday, I thought he's dying. He's definitely dying, and this is his way of telling us he's dying. And then I noticed something, and then I looked on it was National Sons Day yesterday. Is it though? I mean, I feel like it is every other day. I feel like
Yeah.
somebody posts a picture of Sons
No,
Day, and I
it's-
go.
Yeah, it's social media.
I looked it up. I Googled. It said March 4th, Sons Day,
Huh.
National Sons Day.
Nice.
But I feel like there's also another, like,
Wow.
International Sons Day, or more than one Sons Day.
My
Yeah.
parents didn't even reach out to me.
Oh,
so, yeah,
man.
They don't even care.
That is messed
Wow.
up.
It doesn't. Carmen.
I mean, it's,
Come on.
was it National Favorite Sunday?
No. Oh,
Or
thank
just
you. I appreciate
sons.
that.
My father got both of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carmen.
I'm just making sure. I'm just wondering.
I watched my brother's stand-up performance yesterday.
Oh
He
man.
did really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, part of me wanted him to have fun bombing. I thought it would make good for the video, but
Yeah.
he did so well that I was like, all right, that's good.
Can we watch it yet, or we have
I'll
to wait?
show it to you.
Okay.
But yeah. I mean, people were asking me yesterday. It's not. The movie probably won't be done till May.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna go to the screening.
Yeah.
right?
Right.
You
Of
want to
the
go to
movie?
LA?
Yes.
You can go to
Yeah.
LA?
Yes, I do.
I've never been to LA.
Let's go.
You've never been to LA?
No, I've been to California one time when I was like 7.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
And Wait, you know? Were you there?
No, I-
you come with us?
you don't know me. Why do you think we're so close, Carmen? You have no idea. No, I said yeah, no, not yeah, I know. Yeah, no, like I was gonna say you should go to LA. It's fun. Maybe not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, or don't go there unless you have a plan. Like my next time I'm going to LA is in May, and I have a reason and a plan to go.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
with you. We're gonna go watch the movie. I'm staying with you. This is gonna be an awesome trip. I'm telling you.
I wish you would told me this before I brought my family. We'd have a much better time. I'm going that week for my niece's graduation and the screening of the movie, and then also that week is a Netflix comics festival, and I think I'm going to go see Paul Verzi on Saturday because he's in LA. They got it all. It's amazing how many venues they have. Every major comedian, Seinfeld all the way down, Gillis, Bargatze. They're all. I actually think it's Seinfeld, Nate Bargatze, Jim Gaffigan, and somebody else all together at the LA Bowl.
That's
How
cool.
great is that?
Yeah.
So
At the
That'll be
Hollywood
fun.
Bowl?
at the Hollywood Bowl, yeah. Joe knows.
Memories over there.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Joe was
saw
there
how it
with
was
Dean
built?
Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Saw the Rat Pack there once.
That's right.
Oh my God.
So I think that'll be pretty cool. There's actually, I think I'm wrong because I think Bert and Tom are doing the Hollywood Bowl. I don't remember where Seinfeld is, but it's another big theater, obviously. Well, anyway, that is happening, but not till May. I got that cruise this weekend.
Yeah.
And I was
You
like,
excited?
now I am.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, you know why? Because my wife is a little excited.
Yeah.
Might actually roll her over and get a little bouteille.
John's excited.
Right.
Who?
John,
Who's John?
our boss.
Oh.
Oh,
He's gonna be
I forgot
Yeah.
he's going. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Your boss.
excited for the bouteille.
Yeah.
Yep.
okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna roll it over.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, John. That's right. John's going on that cruise. I forgot about that.
It is the Hollywood Bowl, and it's Seinfeld, Gaffigan, Bargatze, and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh yeah. Is that where Sebastian Maniscalco is? He rolled into the Seinfeld level
Mhm.
already.
Well, Seinfeld had him on Comedians in Cars, and I think gave him the kind of, yeah, this guy's
Give him the
good.
nod.
Ma, I'm in the car with the most famous Jew in the whole comedy scene.
You can swim?
I've been watching so much Seinfeld lately. It just makes me happy. It makes me happy, and night before I fall asleep, I have a good dream. Seinfeld dream.
Is it because it reminds you of Joe every time before you go to bed?
Yes.
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not lying because Kramer makes me laugh more than anything.
He's hilarious.
The thing, like now that you know the characters, like Larry David is George, and Kramer is just something that they kind of made up based on the guy, and you look at like last night I watched the episode where George's wife dies from licking the envelopes, and I thought this is such a Larry David thing to do. Like these are more Larry David than there are Seinfeld,
Yeah.
based on what you know about Larry David now, and it just makes it so much funnier to me. But you are 100% Kramer.
I know, Michael.
I know.
And you're a little bit Funkhauser, I feel like.
Yes.
Bunkhouse.
Yeah, a little bit.
Last night, Kramer was babysitting for the neighbor, and the kid ran away because he got scared of Kramer because he had tight jeans on.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And walking like Frankenstein.
And they put the midget in the bed so that the mother would think that the kid's in the bed. It's just such a dumb, hilarious
Yep.
thing.
That's Joe.
Yeah.
She comes in and pats him on the head and goes, "Good night," and goes to turn the light off, and he goes, "Good night."
Yeah. But Kramer's physicality in not being able to sit with the jeans on, he gets, first of all, in an acting class, he can't do it. Then he gets arrested because the kid says that he's chasing them. So, and then the cop goes, "Sit down," and he can't sit down in the chair. Oh my god, it's like as good as the Three Stooges did.
I only
So
saw the
funny.
episode where he yells the N-word a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
not a good
not
That's a good
part
one.
of it.
That was
Yeah.
the final episode.
Was it?
Yeah.
I erased that from my mind.
That
I
was
think.
Joe's favorite
No,
episode.
that was not.
Every time I watch Seinfeld now, when Kramer comes busting through the door, I'm waiting for him to yell the N-word.
Yeah.
Galvin, bartender Galvin.
Yes.
What is a French 75?
A French 75? No idea.
I always wondered, like how you guys would know those things when people come in and they would just say, "What's
Well,
hard?"
there's a lot of very common ones. You know what I mean?
Well, that one, the reason why I asked you was a question on Jeopardy last night. Nobody knew the answer. I wondered if you
yeah,
would
I
know
feel
it.
like you're about to ask me what a Harvey Wallbanger is.
I was.
It's a screwdriver with Galliano on top. So it's vodka,
Ooh.
orange juice, and then Galliano topped.
Oh.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
Sounds
it.
delicious.
A lot of drinks are something with an extra thing in it.
Right.
A majority of drinks.
Oh, where do they get these names from?
I don't know.
Whoever ordered it.
Like
you think a man named Harvey Wallbanger walked in?
Yeah.
like a Colorado Bulldog. Colorado Bulldog is a White Russian with a splash of Coke.
What?
Really?
Yeah, it's actually
That
really
if
good.
I
delicious.
If I ask at a restaurant for a Colorado Bulldog, most of the time they'll know.
Most,
No.
I mean, depends on how good the bartender is or whatever. Most bartenders, if they're worth anything, they'll either know or they'll have a Rolodex there that has all the different
Look
drinks
at
in.
it,
You know,
yeah.
I say Rolodex because I'm from fucking.
Whoa! You get it, Carmen?
I
Yeah.
almost.
You didn't say
I
it.
didn't say it all the way. I
Yeah.
didn't say it all the way.
Yeah.
Because I'm from the 70s.
Listen, man, I get it.
Yeah.
It happens.
Early
you,
morning
Calvin.
F-bombs. That's the
Yeah.
name of our new album.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, they would probably have a computer to look it up on now.
Yeah, or an iPad.
Well, you
or
just take your phone.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is, the Rolodex helps because you're writing out those recipes and putting them in there, and that kind of helps
helps you remember.
Yeah, remember it.
Yeah.
And then it's in there.
So in Jeopardy, they play all year, all season. Then they take the best scores from the season and they bring it into the Tournament of Champions. That's just like the finals for Jeopardy, but it's the highest scorers. So Ike Barinholtz, the actor, did so well in Celebrity Jeopardy that they brought him in to the Tournament of Champions to be the celebrity, and he won last night. He crushed the other two competitors. I remember the other two from their previous spots on Jeopardy, and he came in and he crushed them. So he advances in the Tournament of Champions. Wouldn't that
pretty
be
cool,
something?
yeah.
He's very smart.
He's very funny.
Did not know what a French 75 was.
Oh, it's too bad.
75? That's what you're
Yeah,
saying?
French
Yeah, French 75.
Oh,
it was something with tequila, I believe.
Oh, I love
I don't
tequila.
remember.
That doesn't
This
make any
says
sense.
gin, champagne.
Yes,
lemon
that was
juice,
it. That was a gin and champagne. You're
Yeah.
right. Sorry, tequila was something
I
else.
don't know who's ordering that.
None of them knew either. So it was one that they didn't answer.
Mm.
So that's why I thought you might have the edge on it there. But I mean, I don't know. Do you order any drinks when you go to a place that people might be confused by?
The Paloma, I usually get. I love a good Paloma, and some people do not know what that is.
I don't
But that's
know.
kind of understandable. It's a grapefruit and tequila drink.
But see, that's the thing. Like, if I'm going to order something, I order grapefruit and tequila.
Right,
Or tequila
right.
with grapefruit juice. I'm not an a-hole. I don't want to.
Whoa.
I mean, it's called
That's
a Paloma.
debatable.
If you
I
go
don't
to
know.
a
Yell at
restaurant
me.
that serves alcohol or serves drinks like that, they probably know.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on the menu and you're ordering like that, like, yes. But if you're going up and you're like, what's it? Like, I want a Cuba Libre. Like,
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
just
that's
you're
right.
an a-hole. Yeah, you're a jerk.
No.
You know what I mean?
Unless in
Like,
Cuba.
just say what it is.
Rum and Coke and lime.
Yeah. Like,
A Greyhound is vodka and grapefruit juice.
Oh.
And then a salty dog is the same
Yeah.
thing with salt on the rim.
Ew.
And that sounds like if you drank that, you would die in a desert.
Yeah.
no, it's delicious.
Oh,
because
really?
It's like-
I'm not a fan of grapefruit juice, so that plus the salt just feels like every liquid in my body would be sucked out.
It's almost like a margarita, but instead of tequila, you get the vodka.
Pass.
It's-
And I'm a vodka drinker, so.
Yeah, this bar that I go to called the Cordova, they get fresh grapefruits from a local like market, and their Palomas are so good.
I'm telling you, if you go to a bar called the Cordova, they know everything.
Yeah, they
have,
do.
sim-
Yeah.
they have
Paloma.
simple syrup. They have
Yeah.
the mixing spoon. They're smoking stuff. Like they're
Yeah.
100%.
they call themselves mixologists. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like they'll know all that stuff. If you go into a nightclub and order a Paloma, they're gonna
Right.
go, "Here's a Bud Light."
Yeah,
Shut up.
Yeah, you're right. I would never do that at a nightclub.
Yeah.
Just tequila straight at
You
a
gotta
nightclub.
go back to that Babs, the secret lounge.
I
that
would
we
love
went
to. Yeah. There's a couple new ones in St. Pete that have opened up.
I'm
There's
not
the
going to St. Pete.
laundromat.
I got Babs right over here.
Well, okay, yeah.
I got
there's,
thrown out of that laundromat.
Well, yeah.
Why'd you get
Yeah.
thrown out of the laundromat?
Well, I didn't have any sleeves on my shirt, and and the guy was like, "This is a fancy club." I said, "It's a laundromat." He said, well, you need sleeves." I said, "I'm washing them. They're in there."
Yeah.
As
man.
somebody who's
I get
worked in the nightclub business, and doing security as well, it's not what you're wearing; it's who's wearing
Yeah.
it. They didn't want you in there.
Yeah.
They were just making up excuses. Yeah, you can't come in. Those
Yeah.
shoes
Well,
will scuff our floor.
No sleeves are usually a little bit more obvious than
We-
scuffy shoes.
I believe that was the night we had to get put in an Uber and
Oh, yeah,
sent
that was the
home.
whole night.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
why you didn't get it.
Right.
Thank you,
Right.
Corey
Sure.
Cardinal.
Yeah.
Walking around like a pinball.
Yep. With
Yeah.
a Gatorade bottle in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Michael, I'm going to the laundromat.
Yep.
Yeah. we haven't had a fun night out drinking in a long time.
I know. We should.
Remember when Joe refused to wear sleeves on the cruise, and they said they were going to kick him out of the dining room, and then Diane said, "No, you will not."
She said no to the cruise people.
Yeah.
What did she say?
It was a couple years ago, and Joe was wearing no sleeves, and so was Spanish.
Yeah.
And they kept saying that they couldn't eat in the dining room because they had to have sleeves. And Joe's like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm wearing
We're not leaving.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
sleeves is a problem, but NASCAR hats are totally
yeah,
fine.
that's
Like, you're not
ridiculous.
gonna-
And I remember Diane arguing with the guy saying they will not leave and they do not have to wear sleeves.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, she was great.
love you,
but
Diane.
in the cruise's defense, I think that was one of the days we may have taken too many edibles because Joe and I were having a hard time keeping our eyes open at
Yeah.
the dinner table, and they were like, "You got to
Yeah,
get out of
they
here!"
go.
Dan was like, "They are not leaving," and I was like, "We're not leaving."
Yeah.
She's great,
Yeah.
man. She really is.
She's like, how dare you?
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know in Spanish? You could probably know from the last trip, but no, we didn't use it. But do you know that much like in hotels, where they have special floors with special secret dining rooms and stuff? Do you know that they have that on the cruise too?
I did not.
So like, they have special dining rooms that are maybe smaller, and like say it's I can't remember, trying to point it out for one of our cruises, but I had access to a dining room for breakfast one year on one of my cruises that my level of floor that I was on that wasn't open to the public. But I remember stopping. I was coming from getting coffee, and I saw that the dining room was being set up for breakfast, and I popped my head in here and I go, "What time do you serve breakfast till?" And the guy looked at me and he shook his head, and I was like, "No," and he goes, "Yes, but you have to have sleeves." And I was like, "I'm just walking by, buddy. I wasn't coming in to go eat breakfast." And he was like, "Oh, okay, 10 o'clock, but it's only for." I go, "Yeah, I know. No sleeve guy is on that level. It's cool."
Wait.
I don't like this discrimination against no sleeves.
I mean,
Michael.
it's a decision I've made in my life. The same way I've made it. One year I was working in the country station, and I was just so hot. And I said, I'm not wearing jeans for the summer. I refused to wear anything but shorts for the entire summer, and I gave it up. And I did not. I would go home and take my jeans off after like a full day, and my legs would be so hot and gross from being in the car and all that. I said, I'm not wearing jeans for the whole summer. And I didn't. And then when I got to a certain age here, I was like, I'm not wearing sleeves anymore on my shirts.
Yeah.
Unless I feel like it that day, I want no sleeves.
Damn
I want to
right.
be free and cool.
That's right.
And I mean cool heat-wise. I know it's not cool like Fonzie.
It's cool. It's
No.
cool, Fonzie-wise.
And that's it. And I'm comfortable. And that's I also come from the fact that since I was in first grade, I had to wear a shirt and tie to school.
Yeah,
And
that was
I-
super annoying.
Yeah.
Well,
Since
and
first
you-
grade.
Yeah.
And you see these people that are like all weird, like their fashion is just crazy and stuff. Clearly, they just want attention, and it's like I just rather be comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't really care what I look like.
I don't want attention. I don't care if you ever look at me ever
Right.
again.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'll look like a sack of potatoes every day.
And you do.
I know, but I'm as comfortable as possible.
That's it. That's what
Yeah,
it's all about.
I don't care. I just want to be comfortable.
We're
My
old
my
now.
wife is so lucky. She has got it down. Lululemon in every color.
Yeah.
For every occasion.
Yeah.
My favorite thing that she does ever is I go, do you want to go to lunch? And she'll go, okay, I have to go change. I go, what do you have to change for? And she's like, I'm just wearing workout clothes. I go, Amanda, every day. And then she changes to different workout clothes. And I go, okay.
All right.
Because I guess there's some she actually works out in and some she just wears for comfort.
Lounge.
So,
Yeah.
I go, you look exactly the same. And also, if you rolled into that in a restaurant, nobody would ever look at you and go, oh, you can't wear it. They're like, yeah, you look fine. Come on in.
Don't
If
go to
I
the
walk,
laundromat, Michael.
no,
Yeah.
except the laundromat may kick you out.
Also, I don't appreciate being high-handed by a guy who is a waiter on a boat.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah.
try and tell me
Yeah.
what I can and can't wear.
that's right.
Now wave the napkin above your head
Yeah.
and dance.
Make my baked Alaska
Yeah.
and sing with your friends.
Oh my God.
I think they told Joe in Spanish, like, dinner was ending, and they were like, tomorrow night you can't,
Yes,
you have to
that
wear
is correct.
sleeves.
That's what
That is
happened.
correct.
And then they came back the next night with sleeves, and that's when
Oh.
they said, we told you last night you have to have sleeves, and that's when Diane intervened and said they will
I'm-
not be leaving.
I would have said to you, go get sleeves on.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm surprised Diane was like, they do not need sleeves.
Yeah. We
There
were-
is a dress code.
We were being very polite, Michael.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm not worried about you. I'm not
I don't
worried.
believe that for 1 minute.
they rolled in drunk and disheveled.
But there is a dress code in the dining room.
There is.
Like
yeah.
they tell you, they want you to
Right.
wear sleeves. They don't want you to wear ripped
Bikinis.
jeans.
Well, she did also point to other people that were not wearing sleeves, and that is when the gentleman said, well, we asked them to wear sleeves last night on their way out
Yeah.
because, we've been doing it for days now, not just one
Jokingly,
night.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That's
there's
so funny.
there's a dress code in the casino too. I don't think you're allowed to gamble while you're in your like bathing suit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't wear like pool covers
Yeah.
or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends on who you are, though.
Challenge
Yeah.
accepted.
Right.
You know what I'm really into lately? Hot older black chicks.
Oh,
Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, I went and got my hair cut yesterday, and this chick that cut my hair was probably in her 50s, and she had long hair. I was like, lady, every time she got close to my ear, I was like, what do you want to make out? What's going on over there?
Wait.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from out of nowhere, but hot older black chicks. Oh, the combo of all of them.
They
I
are
read
hot.
some lady, or no, I didn't even read it. It was a video the lady made. She said she was like kind of crying, and you're like, what is going on here? And she's in her car, and she's talking. She goes, I don't know whether you understand this. She goes, but being a white person, when an older black lady calls me girl or honey, it is the best compliment.
Oh, yeah,
I can
yeah.
possibly- She goes, I get so excited about it. I thought she was like upset about something.
I went to the foot doctor yesterday, and I was thinking about my racist friend that was
Yeah.
there the week before.
Oh.
We were so close to having holidays together,
Yeah.
and then he ruined it with his racism.
Yeah.
I mean, he really did. He had the Hyman Roth look and talk about him. He's like, I don't know who I'm going to vote for. Maybe you should consider. I was like, this guy's
Yeah.
great. And then all of a sudden he dropped the N-word, and I was like, what did just happen here?
Imagine how many people whose family members are like that, and they've grown up thinking they're
Oh.
a certain way, and then you get to an age and you realize Pop is
Oh, no,
racist,
Spanish.
has been
I've-
racist your whole life. you
I've
know?
known so I grew up mostly with my great-grandparents. Now it's a different generation. And most of them were quiet racist, except my grandfather and my uncle and all that, which that's just them. They were old people. But like I had a friend named Hector who was my best friend, and his mother and my mother were best friends. And my grandfather did not like him hanging out the house because he was Puerto Rican. And I'm like, how is that a thing? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. But my favorite is when my grandfather would say, we'd watch What's Happening and different strokes. And he said, why are you watching all these colored people on TV all the time? That used to be like the craziest thing. But then as I got older, they used to do it to me on purpose because I'd bring girls over the house who are like maybe Hispanic or something. And I tell them, hey, ease up on
Take it easy.
the racism. I'm bringing over like a Cuban girl.
Uh-huh.
And
They
they're like,
double
no
down.
problem. And they double down hardcore, man.
Yeah.
It was, and they would do it just to be dicks. And it was just so, now I look back and it was kind of funny.
That's
but-
my great grandmother, who I only got to spend a couple of years with before she passed. But we had reverse of that. It was stay away from white people, blonde hair, blue eyed devils.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
she was probably right.
Yeah, well, yeah, I
Wait,
don't know.
hey.
Yeah, I know, Carmen. It was you all day. That they
Calm
would
down,
always stay away from.
Mexican.
All right, it is Tuesday. We'll come back from break with a little Sporkle. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away. Dom will join us at the 9 o'clock hour to take your legal calls, and I got one for him. I got an issue I got to talk to him about. Sporkle is next on 102.5 The Bone. Spanish, two things.
Yes.
One, I think Olivero brought a box of all
Okay.
of our cruise stuff.
I will go check for that.
And then I bought you, I owe you honey roasted nuts.
Oh, yeah.
They were by the front door.
Okay.
I got those
Thank you
delivered
very
yesterday
much.
as well. Yeah. Where's Charlie Belcher? He's at the movies? Who goes to the movies this time? Where is he? What does that say?
Central Park Performing Arts Theater is what it said on the
that's
sign.
not, that's not the movies. Man, I bet you Charlie's Closet, you just look at it and you go, oh, these are Charlie shirts. There's no-
100%.
Yeah. All right, Carmen, what are we giving away today?
Okay, we have a bunch of stuff. We have tickets for Chris D'Elia, Bill Maher, Marshall Tucker Band, Reggae Rise Up, which is a 4-day pass, Tim McGraw, Yankees versus Orioles, which is next Monday, or Lightning versus Flyers, which is this Friday.
All right.
Saturday.
All right, even better. That's a lot of good things to choose from. Let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. By the way, I think we all agree doing a fantastic job lately.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that very much.
What?
We do all agree.
I mean, the way I see it. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to be playing Girls on TV.
Yeah.
Can you name the girls' names that are missing from these TV shows?
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Does
Yes.
everyone understand?
Yeah.
Is it the real names or the show names?
The name on the show
Okay.
that is missing.
Thank you.
All right.
It's from the TV title. It's from the title. Your first one, In the City.
Sex.
It's not a girl's name.
Oh, yeah.
Blank in the-
Caroline.
Yes. Galvin. Nurse.
Jackie.
Mike. Great show. I Dream of.
Jeannie.
Spanish. And Allie.
Kate.
Mike. I love.
Lucy.
Lucy. Ooh.
Yes. Pap.
Michael.
No.
No, it was whoever was
That was Gio.
before. There you go.
Have integrity.
Fantastic
Integrity.
job.
Thank you for the integrity.
Gio gets the point. The Drew Mysteries.
Nancy.
Mike.
I was like, I know it's not
Drew
fair.
Carey.
Yeah.
The Winfrey Show.
Oprah.
Mike. The Duke Show.
Daisy.
The
Patty.
Ah, yeah.
Patty. Yes.
Not Rob.
Who? Blank who?
Oh.
What is the girl's name that is missing
Ashley?
from this? Blank who?
Horton Hearsa.
Betty.
Maybe.
Susan.
So close. Samantha.
That's what I
Samantha who?
said. Kind of.
What is that? Does anybody know?
I do not.
And Pep, we are halfway
Oh,
there.
man, it's quick.
Spanish has 1 single point on the board. Gio and Galvin both with 2. Michael is your leader with 3.
It had Christina Applegate in it. All right, girls on TV. You're naming the missing girl's name. Suddenly,
Susan.
yes, Gavin, and
Gabby.
Sarah.
Newsom.
Gavin and
Betty.
DeGraw.
Stacy
Oh,
is who I was looking for. The Vampire Slayer.
Buffy.
Galvin.
Oh.
100%.
Pap.
I heard Gio.
No, you didn't.
Gio gets the point.
Laughing at you. You didn't. Integrity, please.
I mean, I said it, but I was not first.
Galvin gets the point.
You had to ask integrity, please. Please.
I know I answered, but I
No,
know
but
I did not
Mike
answer
says,
first.
oh, and then he goes off that. That immediately
Yeah.
sets his alarm off where he doesn't agree with whoever
Oh, that's not
said
true.
what. Yeah, no, it's 100% true. It happens every time. Now watch for the makeup.
The makeup is coming.
Makeup.
All right, here we go.
All right, girls on TV. Your next one explains it all.
Clarissa.
Mike, Hope, and
Faith,
Judy.
Galvin slept here.
Susan,
Samantha.
Blank slept here.
I know this one.
Darcy.
I don't know.
Irene,
Jennifer slept here.
Slut.
Oh my
Take it
God.
back. Leave it
Seriously,
alone.
though. She
What
didn't
is
use protection.
wrong with you?
That's how you make a baby.
Griffin, my life on the D list.
Eileen.
Kathy,
Kathy, Galvin.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Make it up.
And Pep, we're on the last 3.
Spanish is on the board with 1 single point. Gio has 2. Michael with 4. And Galvin is your leader. He's winning with 6.
6. Oh, man. All right.
All right. Girls on TV, last 3. Here we go. Possible.
Kim.
Spanish.
Dick.
The Tyler Moore Show.
Mary.
Mike. And your last one. The Teenage Witch.
Samantha.
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Galvin.
Your final
Sabrina.
score, Spanish and Gio both with 2 points. Michael with 5. And Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 7.
Trademark 2024. Damn it.
let me point out, I won with 6.
What?
What?
I didn't have 7. I had 6.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, too.
Yeah.
Well, you got the last one.
No, I know, but when he said I had 2 in the beginning, I had 1.
Yeah.
What?
All right. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
I was waiting to see what happened, whatever. And had it been a tie, I also would have said something. But
I
I
believe
won
you.
by 2.
Yes.
So I just
Did
wanted to
anyone
let
else
you,
keep scoring? Or?
let you know.
I
I
just have
always
my
keep
own.
score.
yeah,
What do you have?
I kept my own score.
I had
Oh.
2. Yeah. I
I
only
had
keep my
2.
own score.
Yeah.
But when he said I had 2, I had 1.
I just love we're now at a place with each other where we have to ask, please, integrity, please,
Integrity,
please.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, at least from my
No.
point of view. What?
No, you're about to stick up for Joe.
There's
No, no,
Just
no, 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 no.
stop.
What I'm gonna say is
Favorite.
when I think that I like when I go, oh, sometimes I just hear myself first because I answer first, but that doesn't mean I'm always right. I know that.
Correct.
Yeah. Sometimes I go, oh, and Gio gets the point.
Yeah.
I understand that, but Doggy over here hears treat when you say that.
I know.
And he wants to give you a
I
treat.
provide
treat.
Joe with no treats.
Yeah.
No treats.
Not during or after the show.
No.
He gets no treats.
Uh-huh.
I
Are
mean,
you guys
he
going
has
to
a
lunch
job
today?
No breaks.
because of you.
Are you going to lunch today?
I
Is
don't
Joe
know.
paying?
Spanish and I are going to lunch.
Yeah. And Joe's going to stay here?
No, I'm gonna wait in the car.
Yeah. Exactly.
Joe, you want to go to lunch?
I mean, yeah, okay, Mike.
Joe,
we're
you
going to
paying?
laundromat.
All right. I'll get some sleeves.
Yeah.
Meet you there.
And Joe's buying.
Yeah, sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure he will.
Oh my
Hilarious.
gosh.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, pipe down, Baldy. More rich and Gio's new goals.
Oh, I like
man.
that. I had a thing I wanted to ask you guys that was on my page, and for some reason it uploaded. I mean, it loaded up and I changed it, and I can't remember the numbers, but I do remember the order. Out of Robert Pattinson,
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, George Clooney, and Val Kilmer, who had the most screen time as Batman?
Most screen time as Batman. As Batman.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I would say Christian Bale.
Yeah, I would have said the same.
Yeah.
Who are the different ones?
So would I.
Robert
would've said that too.
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, Val
Christian
Kilmer,
Bale,
George
Val
Clooney, Ben Affleck, and what did I leave out? I think that's it.
Actually, I want to change my answer.
Keaton.
Keaton. Yeah, Keaton. Sorry.
The Pattinson movie was like 8 hours long, so he's got to have the most screen time just by that alone.
Just a slow walking everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to say for some reason I don't remember it as well, so I'm going to say Val Kilmer.
All right. Is that it? Any other
I'm gonna
guesses?
stick with Christian Bale.
You're all wrong. I would have said Christian Bale, too, for the amount of movies that he made. It's Ben Affleck.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Ben Affleck had Superman versus Batman, and he had
Justice League.
Flash, and
Oh, that's right.
yeah, the Justice League, you
Yeah.
know, and he was Batman for most of the time on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was good.
I would have thought Pattinson
He
too
was.
because it was a slow,
So long.
long ass movie.
Have you seen it again, the Pattinson one again, or you only watched it once?
No, I watched it a couple times.
I really liked it. It
Yeah,
took me
the
a
new
couple
one's coming
watches.
out.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's weird because as long as we're willing to live in the multiverse, we know it's okay to have different kinds of Batmans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can simultaneously make different Batman
That's
movies, and
pretty
we're
sweet.
okay with that. Yeah.
I was watching before I went to bed last night. Gladiator was on, and I was like, "Oh man, Gladiator 2 coming out." And what is Russell Crowe mad about?
They didn't want him in it, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Do we
He'd be
know how
dead by now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's
dead
in
Do
the
we know how
movie.
Gladiator ended?
Yeah.
He was mad because people keep asking him about it. And he
Oh.
says, he goes, you guys know I died in the movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
okay.
clearly I'm not going to be in the sequel.
Gotcha,
And
gotcha.
he's pissed off because he keeps getting asked about it.
I bet he is in the sequel. I bet he comes with
yeah.
flashbacks or something now, and that's why he's being so
He's fat gladiator.
adamant about not being Gladiator.
Yeah.
It'll suck. The first one was so good. It's
It
gonna be
was.
hard.
You got Denzel in it though.
Oh, really?
You got
Yeah.
Denzel in it. So
What is
that's-
Denzel playing?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but that's pretty good. That's a good kicking off point.
Joaquin Phoenix so good as the bad
Oh,
guy, the villain.
so good.
I don't.
Dude, even in the battle scenes,
Oh.
whenever they first start fighting, the gladiators are fighting and stuff, and there's blood and people are clapping and laughing and stuff. At one point, Joaquin Phoenix goes like this. He goes, sticks his tongue out.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's so gross.
like
that
you
they
hate
killed
him
him.
so much.
Oh yeah, he is such, and he's younger and has kind of a baby face in
Yep.
there too, where you're like, look at this soft little prick that killed his own father.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. I loved that, and I had on what was it, Napster? What was first?
Napster.
Was there one before Napster? No.
LimeWire
LimeWire
came
before,
after.
yeah.
So on Napster, for some reason, I was so into Gladiator. I don't know what maybe I was trying to find the movie or something, but I downloaded the whole I am Maximus Decimus Meridius speech, and I used to make my wife listen to it all the time. I go, you're not feeling this, are you? And
Nah.
I'd play it for her, and she's like, no, I'm not, definitely not. Gladiator is a great movie, but also, like, I don't want to watch it again. I watched it recently.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I know, but it's
I
just
got
so.
the soundtrack.
Sometimes I don't like to feel bad after a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but well, yeah, because he does die at the end.
They all die. Everybody
Yeah.
dies. And all this.
The big dude, the tall big guy
Yeah.
that's friends with him, that's Ralph Moeller. He's a German bodybuilder. He's so good whenever he gets the food and the guy goes like this, shakes his head, and he takes the
Yeah.
spoonful and goes,
Yeah.
All right, it is time to check in with Calvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have? Quiet. What do we got news today?
It's getting real. Do you understand that we're 30 days away from the cruise? Yeah, we're having document parties. People are dropping off stuff for the cruise here.
Oh,
everything
which you
else.
didn't get the box.
Oh, I did. I
Yeah,
totally
come
forgot.
on.
Sorry.
Jesus.
Oh, my
Man.
God.
Go get it now. Go. The cruise, Celtic Cruise 17, is right around the corner 30 days from now. If you're going, you need some new cruise shoes. Stop in the Pelt and get some new cruise shoes. They have 6 locations around Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers, and they have all the brands you're looking for, whether you need some flip-flops, you need some heels, ladies, for the late-night parties. Get down, get down, get down, get down. You need some Sperry, you need some Hey Dudes, whatever you're looking for, they have them right there at Pelts in stock, ready to go. Of course, you don't have to be going on the cruise to stop in the Pelts. You need some athletic shoes, you need some dress shoes. They have them there ready for you to purchase. And whenever you stop in there, make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you.
There you go.
So the big news was that the Supreme Court unanimously rejected efforts by some states to declare former President Donald Trump ineligible to run again, but was more divided over whether and how anyone else could do so. The justices also didn't weigh in on the central finding of Colorado's now reversed decision that he can't run because he engaged in insurrection by trying to overturn the 2020 election on January 6, 2021. Former President Donald Trump declared the decision, quote, a big win, while the challengers called the ruling narrow technical off ramp that doesn't tell the full story.
Listen, you can't. I don't know. You can't keep them off. And if you're worried about everybody getting divided and being mad, that's the first step. I mean, that was such a bold move for them to try and keep them off. It just made so many people mad. I think they're doing it on purpose now.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to make people angry. They're dividing it even further now.
It's ridiculous.
Because it's even making people who are like, oh, Donald Trump, I'm not a big fan. And then you step out, you hear him go, oh, you can't. It's America. You can't do that. It's making people angry.
Yeah, it is. And we're more and more divided every day that this goes on.
Did you see Chris O'Connell or Chris Connolly? What's his name? That was with MTV News. Chris Connolly. That was with MTV News. Did you see him speaking to somebody?
No.
And said Donald Trump was involved in an erection, and totally went for like another 5 seconds. He goes, "I'm sorry, it's erection, insurrection." Not erection.
Erection, man.
Yeah. We were talking about it off air. Did you see Trump had a little brain freeze?
I did not listen to it. I figured you were going to play the audio. I read about it.
So it's a short clip, and they have a little bit of music behind it, but you see the video, and here is the audio. Trump having a little brain freeze while he was talking in front of some people. Here we go.
Heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your...
Oh, no.
I mean, it's all about the recovery, though. He can Saudi Arabia, Russia, my evil friends. You know, like he could come back and play it again. Will you play one more time?
Heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your...
Why does he end like that?
Like he said,
He reboots.
I know a very nice lady, goes by the name Melania.
Yeah, that's so funny.
What? What are you
Such
talking?
a weird.
Who talks like that?
These are the two options we have
Yeah.
to vote
Oh, yeah.
for. Two stumbling, fumbling, bumbling old men.
And now Trump's getting in trouble from beyond the grave.
Oh no.
Sinead O'Connor's estate is demanding that former President Donald Trump stops playing the late singer's music during his political rallies, saying, quote, throughout her life, it is well known that Sinead O'Connor lived by a fierce moral code defined by honesty, kindness, fairness, and decency toward her fellow humans.
So moral. She was living in a hotel in New Jersey doing drugs. Wait a second. She has one song.
Well, guess what song he's using?
Nothing compares to you?
It was with outrage, therefore, that we learned that Donald Trump has been using her iconic performance of Nothing Compares to You at his political
Hilarious.
rallies.
That is hilarious.
Listen to this line, though. It is no exaggeration to say that Sinead would have been disgusted, hurt, and insulted to have her work misrepresented in this way by someone whom she herself referred to as a biblical devil. We demand that Donald Trump and his associates desist from using her music immediately.
Demand all you want. There's nothing you could do. That's the same thing that plenty of other who is the last one? Oh, D. Snyder tried to get him to stop using "We're not going to take it." Remember, he told us on the show.
Yeah, but he did, didn't he? He was like, "Okay, screw you. I'll use a different song."
Yeah, but he can't. I don't think he could forcibly stop him from doing it. I remember Clinton had "Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow."
Fleetwood Mac, yeah, that was one of the big ones I remember. But I think Tom Petty, we won't back down. Somebody used, but that's like every time it's like we're gonna use this, and they're like, yeah, we don't want you to use it.
Nothing compares to you. It's hilarious that he uses that. Nothing compares to me and Melania. Oh, it's so funny.
Last time, remember he was using YMCA.
And
he would dance at the end of every every speech.
Do the chipmunk dance or the groundhog dance from Caddyshack.
What do you guys think? Macarena?
Yeah.
No. How about
love
YMCA? All right, we'll do
You
it.
should use Right Said Fred. I'm too sexy.
Oh my God.
I hope he goes so far over the top for this election. I hope he does. I'm too sexy. I think that'd be hilarious.
Today is Super Tuesday. It's a significant day in the presidential primary race when 16 states total, plus the territory of American Samoa, head to the polls. While the presidential contest will receive a good amount of the attention, there are several significant down ballot races as well, since some states hold other primaries on the same day. Both former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden moved significantly closer to clinching their respective nominations. Trump faces former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, while Biden is running against who? Who is Biden running
In
against?
the Democratic Party?
Yeah, does anybody know?
Gavin
I don't
Newsom?
No?
I don't know. My daughter asked me this yesterday, and no, you would. Gavin Newsom? Did you say that?
Yeah.
How would you not know if it was Gavin Newsom?
Oh. What do you mean? How would I not
but
know?
when you say dumb things like that, I can't take anything that you else say
nobody
seriously.
else has ever said anything dumb
No,
on the show.
but that's the dumbest thing. You think Gavin Newsom is running against Joe Biden, and this is the first we're hearing about it?
I'm sorry. I was just throwing a name out there. I
No,
didn't mean to
but
upset
I'm not
you.
mad at you for getting it wrong. But now I'm worried about my finances because I listen to you for smarter stuff.
Wow. Yeah, I don't
Jesus
know what
Christ.
to say to that. I'm sorry.
Ruined it.
Bad Boy Records.
Yeah.
He is running against long shot challengers.
Game zone.
It's game time.
Representative Dean Phillips.
Nope.
Or I'm sorry, Republican, I guess it would. No, Representative.
Democrat.
Yeah, representative. And Marianne Williamson.
Yeah, Marianne Williamson. I know she's the crazy one that
Is she the witch?
the witch. Yeah.
Oh, she is the
Yeah,
witch.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I remember the witch. I didn't remember the name.
I watched her the other day on TV doing an interview about this, but I don't really know how that plays out. She knows she's not going to win, so why? It's just symbolic.
Couldn't even think of their names.
Yeah.
You say the witch, I go, oh, I remember there was a witch
Right.
running at one point. You
Right.
know what I mean? But
I just call her not Gavin Newsom.
yeah.
Don't go back to that.
Gavin Newsom.
Hey,
It's like
shot in the dark.
It's like you don't even know how the world works. At this
Oh,
point when
I
you
know
say
how
that.
the world works.
Really?
for
Maybe
sure.
though, in the last 10 to 15 seconds, he said he was running.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I didn't think about that.
Thank you, guys.
What time is it in California?
It's so early.
Yeah.
Listen, for those of you that don't follow the World Economic Forum,
That's right.
For those of
That's
us who
right.
pay
Notice.
attention to it.
That's right.
You
gotta
shouldn't
watch
be
where that
allowed to
money goes.
watch the World Economic Forum anymore.
Well,
for
I
saying
mean,
something like
if
that.
I'm not going to watch it, who else is going to watch it? Not
Oh,
you guys.
Gavin Newsom go watch it. for all
Gavin
I
Newsom
care.
is part of it. That's what's scary.
Krispy Kreme, I know you hate them. I know you're mad at them and stuff because they fake you out.
They're
and
just
stuff.
liars. I'm not mad
Well,
at them.
I don't think they ever lied. Krispy Kreme is celebrating Super Tuesday by giving everyone 2 original glazed donuts for free. You don't even have to be in one of the states that's holding primaries
What?
today. Yeah. So stop on by.
All
Fill your
right.
little face.
All right. Throw them
Get
in the
'em.
microwave for a couple seconds.
Yeah, just put them under your armpits.
All right.
It'll be fine.
Don't like that.
Totally fine. I saw. Oh, speaking of that, that was a weird thing I saw. I saw a duck the other day that was trying to get food in icy water and pulled its bill out, and it was ice all around its bill.
No.
Yeah, so then it just has a big chunk of ice on its bill. But you know what it did? It was smart. It tucked it under its feathers
Nice.
to warm it up and melt
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, smart
I
duck.
would have been so scared if my mouth was frozen shut.
I would have just took a header into the water and been like,
This
"This
is
is
it.
done. I can't. My mouth is frozen shut. It's got a big ice chunk around it."
When I was a kid, a duck bit me on the leg, so I don't care about
Really?
that. Duck. Yeah.
Does that hurt? Do they have little teeth?
Did when I was 5.
Oh, all
It
right.
probably more hit you than bit you. You know what I mean? Like I
No,
could
I
have.
had teeth, Mark.
Oh, teeth.
Yeah. I
Ducks have teeth.
They kind of got
Yeah.
little tiny.
They
Yeah,
got
they were in my
ridges
leg.
on their bill.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
They had ridges.
Yeah.
Ridges on the bill.
Yeah, ridges is different from teeth.
Well, it hurt.
No, in fact, no birds do.
Well, they're ridges. They're ridges.
So not teeth.
Well, but I mean,
Oh.
similar to teeth. Gavin Newsom.
Well,
Yeah, that's
you know what I like is the Ruffles chips with the teeth.
yeah.
No, those are ridges.
Oh,
Ruffles
those
are
are
ridges.
well, they're the
Yeah.
same thing.
No,
Same
no,
thing.
no, no.
No, I like my chips with teeth.
Yeah.
I never got bit by ruffles.
Oh my gosh.
No birds have
Guys
teeth.
are so mean.
They hurt.
Yeah.
They hurt. Why don't you put your finger in a duck's
I
mouth?
don't want to.
I got bit by Gavin Newsom.
Oh my god.
I believe it. He's
I
a
wish-
vampire.
Wish I would have never said his name.
He's running against Biden.
Yeah, I read that just now. It came through.
It is 2024 while I'm reading this, just to give you a heads up. It's 2024. If you test positive for COVID, you no longer have to isolate for at least 5 days.
Oh, what happened?
The CDC rolled out new COVID guidelines last week, the most relaxed guidelines we've seen yet. The CDC now recommends that treating COVID similar to the cold or flu, returning to normal once you've fever-free for 24 hours with mild improving symptoms.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We talked about this yesterday. Say the meme that you
The
saw.
meme was- it
I
was
think
great.
this is the funniest thing.
So the meme said, now that the CDC released these new guidelines, we can go back to whatever your Uncle Frank was saying about it years ago.
It's the flu. Yeah, so there you go.
I miss COVID.
Yeah, I mean the
miss staying
lockdowns.
in the house.
Yeah,
Lockdowns were
yeah.
fun.
They were, they were fun for adults. I think the kids really suffered more than anything.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You know what?
I
In
don't have
all
kids.
seriousness, that was such a travesty. What happened to those graduating classes? What happened to those athletes that got sidelined? I mean, that really sucked for them.
My son had that. They had it was a weird thing because they did it out in the parking lot.
Oh yeah,
and-
that's right.
Yeah, in the
And
way.
we're doing like drive-bys.
Yeah.
We
well,
did that.
well, you could stay in the car, or you could get out of the car and stand back, but then there was like one person at a time kind of thing, and it was kind of weird, but you know.
I remember walking in Joey's room and he'd be sleeping. I go, Joey, you're supposed to be in class. Like nobody cared. It was just so weird.
I just log in real quick.
Yeah. It was just so, and Juliana's classroom was in the hallway.
Yeah.
We got her a desk and a computer, and chicks just sat in the hallway and did her classes. It was awful.
Super weird.
Poor kids.
I feel bad for all the servicemen and the nurses and all that got fired.
Oh,
and then
Yeah.
After working a year, and then they got fired after that, and then everyone was like, "Oh, sorry, good luck."
Do you know how many people? Think about how many people you know that had to get the vaccine
Yeah.
to continue with their job.
Oh, yeah.
Military.
Yeah.
Had
A lot
to.
of military
Nurses,
people.
yeah.
I had to get it
Yeah.
to travel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they wound up saying that any of the nurses that got fired, I think it was just, I don't know, with New York, whether it was other places, but that they had to be rehired.
Yeah.
That they couldn't, you know.
I only read New York also, so
Right,
I don't know. Yeah.
So I went on a cruise out of Rome, and I was in Rome a couple of days early, and we had to go get COVID tests within a certain hours before the cruise. So we got up early and we Ubered over to a place that was supposed to be like a pharmacy that was supposed to be doing it. So the Uber drops us off. We go in the pharmacy and it's closed. The pharmacy's open, but the testing is closed. And we're like, well, we got to go on this cruise. Where do we do it? And the lady's like, here's another address where they're doing it over there. I'm like, okay. So we get another Uber. We had to wait like an hour. Now we're sitting on the streets of Rome. I don't know if I'm in a good area or a bad area. It's 7:00 in the morning. And we got an Uber taking us over to a different area. So we're driving in the Uber. It's me and my wife and my kids. And the Uber takes us over to this weird train yard. And I just was like, I'm trying to be the cool, I'll take care of my family dad. But I'm like, this is where we all die. And then why are we going to a train yard? We pull up to the train yard and there's 2 tents there. And they're doing testing in the back of this building in a train yard. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. And then we waited there and we got tested. Then we had to call another Uber to come back to the train yard to get it. It was just insane. Like I think of all that unnecessary BS that went back and forth. I mean, granted, at the end of the day, I was in Rome about to go on a cruise.
Yeah,
So it was
but
not that bad,
still.
but it was just a weird experience to have to go through.
Well, you remember the first COVID stuff was over in Italy, and we were
Yeah.
like, what is this? This is wild. What is going on? Like,
Well, it came up in my time hop the other day when I posted the letter from the Sarasota hospital an internal memo
Oh,
that
that it was
said that
here.
it was here.
Yeah.
Because remember, I said it, and everybody got mad at me. You're lying. You're just doing this for ratings. I'm like, I'm off the air. I don't know how that
Right.
translates to ratings. Then I actually had to post a memo that I got so people would shut up and leave me alone.
Remember, we had the first woman in Hillsborough
Yeah.
County that
Yeah.
she was called into the show.
Yeah. And she was like, "Yeah, it was fine."
Yeah.
She's. I'll never forget when I got it. You got it.
I got it bad.
You called me. I drove straight. I was driving down 54. I went straight to the clinic and got tested. Came home. Nobody was home. I jumped in the pool, and my wife came out, and she was like, "Hey, the doctor's office just called. You're positive." And I go, "How am I positive? I feel fine." And I got nothing more than a headache.
See, I had a fever for 5 days.
Yeah.
Well, I remember he had it. I went and got tested, didn't have it. And then a few days later, I felt sick, and I'm like, oh, no,
Yeah.
I got it. And I went back, and they go, no, you don't have it.
Yeah.
I never, through the entire thing, I never.
You've
tested.
never had it?
Never had it. And I tested every week, at least every week, if not more, because we had to. It was mandatory.
There were a bunch of reports though that came out that said at the end of 2018 and almost all of 2019, that virus that was going around that nobody knew what it was.
It's going around, you didn't know you had it.
Yeah, and so a lot of people had it and didn't even know they had it.
Joey had it, yeah.
So then when you had to test, you already had antibodies, so you weren't showing anything.
No, I didn't have it.
Yeah,
They said never had it.
you're super.
Jeff Bezos has reclaimed the title of the richest person on Earth. He surpassed Elon Musk, according to Bloomberg Billionaires Indexed on Monday. The Amazon founder's net worth is now $200 billion, which Musk followed in second place with $198 billion. What a loser.
I know, dude.
I think about what Elon Musk bought Twitter for. What did he buy it for?
40
million?
No, I thought it was
billion. Yeah,
Billion, yeah.
Not 40 billion.
I think it was.
or 4 billion, 40 million. I remember it was billion.
Yeah. It was definitely billion.
It's just 40 billion. What a waste of
I
money
think it
that
was
is.
40 billion.
$44 billion
Yeah.
dollars.
Billion.
And they said he was crazy because it wasn't worth a fraction of that.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
I mean, he's ruined it.
Well, remember he didn't buy
I
it
know.
for for that. He bought it because he knew all the stuff that was happening with the government.
I saw that there was 2 high-level Twitter people that got let go whenever Elon took over because they were ruining it, and he fired them or whatever. So they're suing him now. The 2 people are suing him for $128 million. I'm like, he's probably gonna be
Pay it
like, yeah,
out.
all right, big deal,
But I can't
He's
fathom.
so petty. I doubt it. I feel like he's
No,
the
I
type
know,
of-
but I'm saying
Yeah.
if you have $198 billion and somebody's like, give me $128 million, you're like, yeah, all right, then let me look at my couch.
I couldn't fathom spending $44 billion, but I guess if you still have $140 billion left after that, you're like, all right.
The funny thing is you think about that, he's worth $200 billion, he's worth $198 billion, and you're like, oh man, that's so close. $2 billion
Yeah.
away. Oh, is it really that close? Why don't you put up the $2 billion then? It's not that close.
I'm starting to see Cybertrucks everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's looking kind of weird, but also cool at the same time.
I was reading that they're having Tesla and some other electric companies are having more and more issues with their batteries. But it's like it's only when people are getting in accidents and stuff because it breaks open that seal, and then when the oxygen hits the lithium, they light on fire. Do any of you remember what Jeff Bezos' net worth was in 2019?
No.
Oh, it was only $19 billion.
So he's made but good for him. He's the king of the world.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't operate Amazon and all that, but it's still the best thing ever. That's the best thing that happened in my lifetime. It went microwave, cell phone, Apple
Steak, egg, and
phone.
cheese bagel.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, steak, egg, and cheese bagel, Apple, iPhone,
Amazon.
then Amazon.
Oh, it's
yeah.
so good.
I mean, I bought you nuts on Amazon the
You
other
did.
day.
I'm very excited. Thank you.
Speaking of people getting rich, Mike Evans will be staying in Tampa. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver has agreed to a reported 2-year, $52 million extension with $35 million of that guaranteed. The $26 million per season salary is the largest for a wide receiver this old on his 3rd contract.
I feel like he should buy us a pizza.
Wait, what?
I would take a
I mean, we've
pizza.
been big supporters of his. Just a pizza.
Yeah.
He's got enough money.
Do you want me to get breakfast today?
Yeah, an hour ago.
By the way, I love what he posted on social media. He, put a picture of himself in the Buccaneers stuff and said he was staying. And then you scroll the next one, and it's Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not going anywhere.
Did you see what the Bucks put up? Something pretty cool. They put up a montage of him when he came in as a rookie.
Oh,
And, it was pretty cool, man. I was happy for Mike Evans yesterday and happy for Bucks fans for sure.
Sure, yeah, that's great.
I didn't think he was staying. I thought he was going to the Jets for sure.
A lot of people pointed out to me yesterday that I said he was not staying, and then literally like an hour later, he signed.
Should've bet on it.
Because I said he was going to the Bills.
Yeah.
But who knows? Well, these
Idiot.
The agents, they put things out there. It's all posturing.
But that's the thing. We were talking about it because whenever you said about the Bills, I go, well, he was definitely staying. Then he was going to the Jets. Then going to the Texans because that's where he lives. Then this, whatever, and that. Then last week he was definitely staying, and then there was the Bills, and now he signed the contract. So.
I thought for sure he was going to hit free agency, and they would have to outbid another team. That's why I'm like, he's probably not going to go.
I thought they were just planning to move on without him and use that money for to build up other areas.
And then his agent was saying that that Evans called him last night and said, "I just want to stay in Tampa."
Yeah, I gotta tell you, if you're making that kind of money, and obviously I'm not making that kind of money, but if you're making millions. Tens of millions, per year, where you go and they go, we're going to give you 35 million, and somebody else goes, we're going to give you 40 million. You go, yeah, but 35, and I'm going to stay here where I want to stay, and totally fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. That's not that big of a deal. Like I was saying with Elon Musk. He has, $198 billion. If somebody's suing you for $128 million, you're like, yeah, big deal. Just throw change at him. Get out of here, nerd.
And now he's up there with the top 4 receivers. It's like Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, and then Mike Evans. So he's up there.
Where he deserves to be.
Yeah, he should be up there.
Tyreek Hill, I believe, has a new challenger for fastest in the NFL. Did you see that guy at the combine?
Oh, yeah, he broke the record.
Woo!
Yeah.
He was moving, man. That is unbelievable.
That's crazy.
I got to tell you, we did, the company had a thing. They had like a sales kickoff that I went out to because they did the field goal kicking and they did some football passing and stuff, but they had a 40-yard dash set up, and I go, I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. Because you should have seen the people running.
Yeah.
First off, the majority of people can't sprint properly. And even if they can, they look weird, whatever. And also, you're going to pull something because nobody's stretching or doing anything. They're just like, I'll do 40-yard dash. Hamstring, whatever. But I literally said, I have a better chance of running 40 miles than doing a 40-yard dash.
Do you know the recruiters told Joey when he was doing that kind of stuff to not do the 40?
Really?
Yeah, they said if you're not feeling like it's your fastest day ever, don't do it because once they got it marked, it follows you forever.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, and certainly if you have it marked among the company, everybody's talking about you behind your back. So,
a lot of these guys.
Don't think I don't have video of John Brennan running.
I saw it already. Yeah.
That's why a lot of these guys are not throwing or working out of the combine anymore.
Yeah.
Like Caleb Williams, who's going to be the #1 pick. He didn't throw, didn't run, didn't work, didn't do anything.
Yeah, because it's only going to hurt him if anything goes wrong. He's already fine.
Yeah, but if you're fast as all get out and you go out there and everyone's like, whoa,
like this guy, like the guy I did.
All of a sudden everybody's talking about you, and that's pretty cool. A guy who's not going to be playing is Eagles star center Jason Kelce, one of the key leaders for that team that has made 6 postseason appearances and 2 Super Bowl trips over the past 7 seasons, announced his retirement in a tear-filled speech on Monday, closing the book on a Hall of Fame-worthy career.
Yeah, good for him. I like Jason Kelce. I like Travis Kelce. I like them together. And he just seems like a fun guy. He seems like he'd be fun to drink with, fun to gamble with, fun to hang out with. And good for him that he had a career. And I think his wife is smoking hot.
Yeah.
She's so adorable.
And that's
She's
the
very
one
pretty.
you said he met on a dating app or something,
Yeah.
Carmen? Or how was
Tinder.
that?
Yeah.
Tinder, yeah. Good
Yep.
for him. That's wild.
Yeah, his teammates actually put him on it. Like, he didn't set up the account. His teammates set him up
Oh,
with
yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's funny. Man,
God, I wish I would have got on Tinder.
It was
So
good for a while.
Listen, I'm happily married, but I just would like to see what would be out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to see. And that, it's unfair because if my wife is like, well, maybe I'll get on Tinder. No. I don't need that. I don't need that.
you don't need to get to see what's out there.
No.
It'll tell you if people are not swiping on you, like the reaction based on.
Well, no, you just don't match. So, like,
Right.
I don't know how this is years ago when I was using it. You would swipe on somebody, and then if they had already swiped on you, it would immediately say match.
Oh, so like when you open it, you look down like, I've got 12, 15, 20
New
matches. Okay.
Yeah, because it'll be in your messages.
Right.
The other thing is I don't want that uncomfortable first couple of meetings.
No, you handle that on the app. That's why you get it all that small talk out in the app. So that way, when you meet, you don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you still got to meet and go through the process.
Yeah.
Are you texting on the app? Or
pretty
you?
much, yeah. Texting on the app,
Okay.
DMing, yeah.
Okay.
And it would be there was at one point where like if it becomes a lot because you have like people that you're trying to keep up with. You want to seem interested in their day, but you're not really. You just want to,
Oh, you're already like doing boyfriend girlfriend stuff. Like, hey, how's your day going?
Well, yeah, because what else do you know what I mean? What else do you talk about?
You got to pretend to be nice.
Yeah,
I don't know
for real though.
You got like 10 girls on the hook.
Yeah,
You
and
can't
like,
remember what you said to which one.
exactly, dude. Thank God it's
See,
texting.
That's why it's so easy to be married. I'll text my wife and I'll be like, "What's up?" And she's like, "I'm on a call." And I go, "Well, I want to talk to you." And she's like, "Well, stupid, I'm working." Like, that's more our speed. You know what I mean? Like I like to just dive right into call me stupid.
Yeah, now there are all these like sites that give you questions to ask.
Oh,
on
no,
those.
I mean, if
on
you
the
need
Tinder
that,
stuff.
you're
yeah. Well,
a
I
moron.
mean, the younger generations don't
Takes
even
the
look
skill
people in
out
the
of the
eyes. Well, people don't even look people in the eyes anymore,
Right.
man.
Think about
They have
that.
no social.
Yeah.
Right.
No
Think
skill.
about how many people are out there that are just dumb and have no idea and have no game whatsoever.
Yeah.
They're just like, do you want to do it?
My son's got girlfriends that I see that like don't go to his school and stuff. And I go, where you finding these girls? He's like, oh, we met on Snapchat. How do
Yeah.
you meet on Snapchat?
Oh man,
But I mean, like, how do you meet
and
on Snapchat?
Instagram.
You just find random girls.
It'll
Yeah.
give you
Think about-
suggestions.
Yeah, and also think about this. You see a hot girl on there, and then you go into her DMs and just go, sup. And then they look at your profile and they
Yeah.
go, oh, he's cute.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
they talk back to him.
Yeah.
Plus, you go
Yeah.
to these concerts, these events, and you can look at
Yeah.
all the people that are snapping things from that event.
I saw a girl.
She is a stalker.
She was smoking hot.
Yeah.
She was driving a Nissan Skyline, and all on every single one of her windows, it had her Instagram handle.
Yeah.
And then I went to her Instagram because I'm a creep, and it was just her in bikinis with this car, and I was like,
trying
this
to
is it.
trying to be something.
This is the future. Yeah, this is an influencer in the making.
Put your
Don't think-
Cash App out there, too.
Dude, man,
Don't
you're not
think that
wrong.
I've never gone to people's Instagram things from their cars to tell them what terrible drivers they are.
Oh, yeah, for
You're
sure.
awful.
You drive like trash.
Yep.
A man in Indiana is under arrest after having a gun he wasn't legally allowed to have discharged while he was swinging a golf club at Top Golf.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
He
you
was
can't bring that into Top Golf.
well, and also he was previously convicted of a felony robbery in 2010, so he couldn't have a gun to begin with. Then he brought it in Top Golf, and then he was like, "Hey guys, check me, watch this drive." And just shot off.
Stupid.
At least he didn't shoot himself in the leg or something.
That video of the guy in the fast food place, whatever, that shoots himself, and they're like, "What was that?" And he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
totally shot himself in the
Bleeding
thigh."
out.
I have no idea. I heard something. But,
I'm gonna go outside and walk over there and see if I can figure it out.
Hey,
Walk
you
it off.
You guys
Just
don't
walk
have
it
any blood in the cooler, do you? That I can put
Get that
back
chicken
in
sandwich,
my
please?
body. Is that possible?
Get that chicken sandwich to go.
Man, Wendy's really screwed up with their dynamic pricing.
Sure
They're
they did.
still trying to make up for that. Now they're offering $1 cheeseburgers all month long for
No.
March Madness.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
in.
I'm in.
See you later, Wendy's.
Listen,
No.
if you got a half hour to wait for a $1 cheeseburger,
Yeah, I know.
this is the slowest, worst service you'll ever get.
And now they're trying to do because they wanted to. They 100% wanted to do that dynamic charging.
Yeah.
This is garbage.
And
yeah.
they thought everybody else would jump on
Yep.
board.
Yep.
Burger King,
Yeah.
McDonald's, everybody would be like, "Oh, that's a good idea. Wendy's, we'll do that too." But they were
Nope.
like, "No,
McDonald's has it right. McDonald's is like, we got a pretty affordable menu that you can come and eat at, and some stuff that's ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
McDonald's has gotten a lot more expensive. All of them have gotten a lot
Yeah.
more expensive.
Yeah.
We were talking about it the other day with that 90s one,
Yeah.
the menu from back then. But you got to think that Wendy's was like, "Hey, Burger King, McDonald's, whoever, this is what we're thinking about doing." And they're like, "Yeah, we'll do it too. Go ahead and roll it out."
do it
And then,
first,
and then they
Take
do
the
it.
hit.
They're
We'll
like,
let you
"Oh,
take the lead. Yeah.
Wendy's, oh my God, we're not doing it.
The cheapest of them all used to seem like Taco Bell, and
Yeah.
now Taco Bell is getting a little
Well, it
pricey.
depends on what you want to get. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a cheesy gordita crunch guy.
It's expensive.
and very expensive
Yeah.
from what they used to be. Yeah.
But like a bean burrito, it's like $1.20.
Yeah.
Anybody try and get Uber Eats yesterday?
Oh,
No.
dude. Chaos. Mass
Right?
chaos.
Why?
Uber Eats around 6 o'clock, I think, or so, was down
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a lot of
For
the
tons of
area.
people,
Have you
yeah.
guys eaten since?
I haven't.
Are you
I
starving?
didn't even want to think about food, Gio. It's ruined my whole thing.
So I did not know, and I've been on a Mo's kick lately. Not Mo that works here. He's
Okay.
not that guy. But yeah, Mo's Southwest Grill. I've been on that kick lately, and I went to order, and I'm like, all right, what's going on here? And it was like doing your order, and I'm trying to check out, and I'm like, yeah, check me out, bro. And so it wouldn't do it. And I go, you know what? Maybe it's that one. There's another one over here. Let me try. And I fill up the cart and do all this stuff. And it did the same thing. And I'm like, what is going on? So then I, of course, went right to Twitter and just put in Uber Eats. And people are like, I can't even believe it. The first day I don't want to cook and Uber Eats is down.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
That's why you got to secure the border.
Wait.
I was actually trying to run for the border.
Yeah.
First they take down the grid, now they take down Uber Eats. This is how they get you.
Right,
Don't
they're just
make
testing
that
it once.
Slow things.
First it was your cell phone, then it was Uber Eats. They're trying to get all the things that we've become relying upon.
Luckily, DoorDash still works, so I got my Kogi grill. Yeah, it was delicious.
Gio, take a look down at your feet. Is there a gauntlet down there that has been thrown down?
Yes.
I think you have a challenge. A U.S. man has extended his record for the most McDonald's Big Macs eaten in a lifetime to more than 34,000.
No. I don't believe it.
Gio.
You can do it, Gio. You can do it.
If you eat a double Big Mac, does it count as 2?
Nope.
Oh.
This is Don Gorski. He is 70 years old. Look at this weirdo. Look at that. Look at that haircut. Look at that pumpkin pie haircut.
Oh my God,
with those
dude.
big weird sideburns and all that stuff. He's 70 years old. First gained the Guinness World Records title in 1999 and has now extended his record after eating 728 more Big Macs in 2023. He used to consume 9 Big Macs daily, but now has cut it down to 2. One for lunch, 1 for dinner. Yeah.
I mean, I
No
can't make
way.
a fist if I drive by a McDonald's. So how does he?
In order to maintain his health, he doesn't eat French fries, and he walks 6 miles a day. So that's good.
2 McDonald's.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Wait.
he's the 3, lives by McDonald's, walks there for lunch, walks
Yeah.
back home, walks there for
Are
dinner. walks
you
back-
telling me I could eat 9 Big Macs a day and still be healthy if I don't
Yes.
eat the
No.
fries
No.
and just
No.
walk
Yeah,
6
wait.
miles?
No, you will not be healthy, but you probably won't be fat because you're burning the calories and
Yeah.
stuff, but you also have all that on your insides.
Well,
you know what I
this
mean?
is
So
the
that
best day ever.
skinny doesn't equal healthy.
Oh,
You probably won't die.
I'm in.
You saw Supersize Me. That guy almost died.
Yeah, but I mean, he was supersizing it, eating
Yeah.
the fries. And his
Yeah, all
guilt.
the trans fat and the sodium and
Yeah.
all that different stuff
good
that's in
stuff.
there. You know what I mean?
It sounds
You
wonderful.
could be
sounds so
you
good.
could probably eat that, and if you're walking 6 miles a day,
Yeah.
be thin, but you won't
But my insides
necessarily-
will be dying
You won't
slowly.
necessarily be
My organs will be screaming
Familiar
for
with
help.
the term arteriosclerosis?
Hey, you know what? I just think that, and I have a mental block on this too, but walking 5 or 6 miles a day is great for you.
Mhm.
But what makes me have so much anxiety about it is the time that it would take.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just, it's not that it's not walk. You start walking, you walk. It's not like you get, but I mean the time of doing it for a half hour, I'd be like, okay, I'm done. I
Yeah.
gotta get back. I
But
got
that's
things
why
to
you
do.
gotta get like a podcast or some music, like
Music
something
is
to
great.
keep you going.
But also,
during that time.
Also, everyone's busy and has stuff to do. But also, is there not an hour in your day where you said, "Oh, I could have been doing something else"?
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So you take that hour.
It's just a mental thing.
Right.
It's just a mental thing.
But you have to think about that because like whenever I was training for marathon, I would go out and do long runs, and I would do 18 miles
Jeez.
or something.
How long would that take you?
leading up to it? I mean that's taking me 4 hours, 3.
Can you
4 hours.
imagine running
No.
for 4 hours?
No.
Yeah, because
I can't.
I'm not fast, so I'm not running like a marathon. Like obviously the best runners can do a marathon close to 2 hours and stuff. But I'm trying to think of my last marathon I did was over 5. It was over 5. I think the average is around 4.5 or something.
That's still
amazing
so
to me,
impressive, dude.
But to run that, and get that done, I would think that in my head I would be like, oh, there's other stuff. But also, no, you got to do this. You got to put in the time and do it. And, if I was at home, I'd probably be doing something, watching YouTube videos or doing whatever.
Much
so,
more fun.
yeah, well, it works out.
But maybe I should buy those Apple goggles and go watch YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah.
I
Just
go
walk
down-
around into traffic.
Yeah, I go down to the pier. The pier's great sightseeing, and that's easy to walk a couple miles.
And also, the real benefit of it is you get to think and clear
Yeah.
your head, and you come up
Yeah.
with ideas for stuff. And there's so much stuff going on while I'm out there.
And there are so many hot girls on the pier on roller skates. It's the best.
How long is the pier?
I don't even know.
But it's not a mile.
Well,
I bet
I'll-
it is all the way around.
Yeah, I'll walk it all the way back to the street and then back
What
and
is
forth.
is it the St. Pete Pier?
Yeah,
is
the
that what
St.
it's
Pete
called?
Pier. Yeah, yeah. There's a restaurant called Fresco's. That's I use as my starting point, and then I'll walk down all the way to the water, and then I'll walk back. Then I set up my hammock. It's awesome.
This is just you or the sad weirdos group?
No, this is just me.
You
This
say
is
you
just
set
me.
up your hammock?
Yeah.
Where?
Usually by some trees, right by the beach
You
area.
tie them to the trees.
Yeah, it's they call it a rig. It's good. It's a lot of fun, man. I love the hammock.
Oh,
I didn't know you were a hammock
see
guy.
you in the
Yeah.
hammock. I'd push you.
No,
I'd wrap you up in the hammock and throw you in the water.
Listen, it's a 2-person hammock, so I cocoon myself in there, take a little nap.
you didn't
It's
mention that
delightful. Yeah, that changes things.
You Mariah in that hammock. That's
yeah.
a different story.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But no, normally it's just me by myself. Yeah, I like it. So I try to get Carmen to come with me. She's got a hammock
You're
too.
a sad weirdo.
I got
Yeah.
my own hammock.
I'm just a weirdo. I'm not sad anymore, thank God.
Kinda.
Nah, I'm
You're
very
sad.
happy.
You're not emotionally sad. You're just sad.
Oh, my life is sad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. My mother feels the same way. Yeah. No, why did you not? I didn't even finish saying it. You nodded so quickly.
She called me.
She told you? She's
Told
like,
me.
yeah, a little weirdo.
Sad.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So it looks like it's a little over a half a mile.
Yeah, so I'll walk it.
So if you
I
go
stay out there
and
for an
back,
hour.
that's
Yeah.
a mile.
I just keep walking, throw on some music. It's sweet.
Little
Sightseeing
Zugma?
is great. Yeah. You can grab a drink. Sometimes there's a bar. I'll grab a drink and walk with a drink.
That seems like it doesn't make sense.
I mean, do what you want. Life is short, right?
Having a drink, smoking
Yeah.
a cigarette,
Yeah.
taking a stroll.
100%, dude. 100%.
heroin.
Yeah. And usually I'll go and they'll be like, "Do you want a margarita?" I'm like, "Nope, just fill my glass with tequila, please."
Oh God.
Yeah, with some
Oh.
ice. Yeah, it's delicious.
All right, I'm in.
Yeah, right? Well,
I'll bring
check out the sites.
I'll bring a Big Mac. You bring the tequila.
Yeah.
Listen, his 18 miles, your tequila walks in
Yeah.
the sun. I don't know.
Yeah. I want to bring Jenkins out there, but I'm afraid he'll get too
Put him on a leash.
weird. Nah, but he gets weird because I've walked him in the neighborhood before, and he gets real weird around other
Bro,
dogs.
you definitely should bring Jenkins. He loves the ladies.
I know.
He
I
doesn't
know.
like dudes, but
Does
he
not
likes
like
the
and the
girls.
only way they're going to get used to being around other dogs
Yeah.
and people is by taking them to do those things.
Yeah, but I'm not I'm a new dog owner, so he only has a leash that goes around his neck, and if he goes to bolt, I don't want to
I'll buy you a new
Yeah,
leash.
they're like,
all right,
Yeah, get a
the
harness.
harness, yeah.
Jesus
you
Christ.
buy them for like $12 off Amazon.
All right. But yeah, I'm super excited. Love the pier.
No, it's gross.
Tequila Tuesdays.
Hammock.
Check out the hammock. Yeah, it's nice.
Hammock guy.
Windy. Get a nice little tan.
Listen to me. I'll give tickets to somebody who gets pictures of Spanish in his hammock. If you send me pictures of Spanish in his hammock with his little glass of
Yep.
tequila or whatever
Yeah.
he's got in there,
And it's
I'll hook you
Burning
up with
a heater.
tickets.
it's a big purple hammock, and I will be burning a heater for sure.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So the smoke's just billowing from the hammock as you're all
Yeah.
cocooned up.
Well, I bring cigarettes amongst other things to
I
smoke
hope
out
it's
there.
flammable.
Yeah, it is. It is flammable. Why are you wishing this on me?
You should have a hemp hammock and then just smoke it.
Oh no.
I can't wait to hear the story of a hammock bursting into flames.
Dude, the first
Is
time
there a person in there?
the first time I set it up, I didn't do it properly, and you hook it up to 2 trees, and it was up high, so I was like, all right, and I sat in it, and it slid all the way down the tree.
God, I would
and
love to
just
see that.
Planted on my ass and hit my back. I was like, God, I think I broke my back.
Listen, as a fat guy, I've never easily gotten to any hammock. Every one I got in, I was like, is
Yeah.
this gonna work?
Yeah. Very sturdy, Michael. If you
Yeah.
want to
I
come into
don't.
mine,
I don't.
yeah, it's 2-person. We can get in there, no problem.
No, thank
We were talking about Uber Eats and McDonald's and Wendy's and all this different stuff. Let's talk about snacks. A market research company released a map that shows the most searched for snack in every U.S. state. What do you think the highest out of all of them? What was the most searched snack?
I don't understand. You
Snack could be chips, could be candy bars, could be any kind of little treat that you have. You know,
Oreo cookies.
Oreo cookies that could be in there, sure. All
mean
right.
Cheez-Its.
Not the number one.
Not the number
neither of
one.
those. I'll tell you the number one for 18 different states.
Can we get if it's a chip or a cookie or a?
It's neither a chip nor a cookie.
Okay.
It's its own thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's its own thing.
Moon pie.
No, but you're on the right track with that because it's
Twinkie,
like that. Or no,
Zebra
not it.
cake.
No,
Little Debbie.
no.
Oatmeal cream pie.
Ooh.
Those
so
are
good.
so good.
Rice Krispie treat.
Number one.
Wow.
Rice Krispie treat. Number one in 18 different states. Number two, Mike doesn't like them. Doritos. In 16 different states. Cheetos was the top snack in 8 states. So 42 of the 50 states picked one of those 3. There is some different ones. You got Fritos, Chex Mix, both carried 3 states.
Chex Mix.
Lay's potato chips. You're keeping it easy. New Jersey went with Cheerios. Cheerios.
Honey Nut
right?
or just regular?
Just Cheerios.
Really?
Nice, yeah.
That's weird.
That's kids.
Yeah.
You give them the kids.
Let's see. Top 5 in a number of states are Goldfish, Pringles, Tostitos, Starburst, and Chips Ahoy.
That sounds like my house. Starburst, Pringles.
Chips
That's
Ahoy.
where the kids are at. Yeah.
My wife and I were over at the Hard Rock, and she goes, "Do you have any gum?" And I go, "I don't." I go, "But they have that little store there." So I went in there, and I was looking around. And I'm like, "They have Mentos, they have mints, they have this, that, whatever." So I got High Chewy. You know what that is?
Wait,
Gum?
what?
I never heard of it.
Yeah. So I got it, and I opened it up. It was like strawberry or something. That was really chewy gum. And you know how certain gum is where you have to swallow it?
Yeah.
You can't help yourself.
Right.
And I'm like, I swallowed it. And I gave my wife a piece. I go, "Here." I go, "It's the worst gum ever." I chewed it, and I swallowed it. And she goes, "That's not gum, idiot." And I'm like, "Oh, it's some chewy, like Starburst type of thing." And I go, "That makes sense. That's why it was so bad as gum."
High chewy.
High chewy.
Dude, it makes it so bad.
An
It's
old
gum.
Indian snack?
I don't know, but it was delicious. It was so good that I had to
We make
eat
them
it.
snacks.
Yeah, very
From the
weird.
land.
By the way, on this list,
Enjoy.
Florida number 1 snack was what?
Turtle knuckles.
One of the
Ooh,
one of the ones-
Takis.
It's actually duck bills.
Oh.
Duck teeth.
They have teeth, you know.
Ridges.
No. What is it?
No, I was telling him Ridges.
Pringles?
No, it is a chip though.
Doritos.
Doritos. Number
Yeah.
1, Florida. Doritos.
Does it say if it's not the cheese or the Cool Ranch or anything, or it just says Doritos?
It just says Doritos.
Okay, all right, I'm sure it's all of them.
What do you go? Nacho
I
or
like
Cool
the
Ranch?
sweet chili, the
I like
purple
Oh,
bag.
the purple one?
Yeah.
Fire
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
I don't
Galvin.
like the fire
Yeah,
ones.
I
They
do.
hurt my body.
Yes.
It is called Hai Chu,
Oh, High Chew.
Yeah.
Okay.
and it is from
Bless you.
Japan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
I chew.
For the many Asian people that they all of a sudden found in Tampa when the casino reopened.
Yes. It's good. It's tasty,
But not
it's,
gum.
It's not gum.
It's like taffy. It's taffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hai Chu.
Not gum. Not gum.
It's the
Gum,
worst
not
gum I've
What is
ever
it called?
had. Hachu.
God bless you. 4. I'm 4. Is
I
all
love
there.
it. I love it.
Did you guys see Nick Swartzen?
Yes.
I
Oh boy,
did.
comedian Nick Swartzen, best known for his appearances on Reno 911 and different Adam Sandler movies, and of course his stand-up and stuff, was escorted off stage 20 minutes into his comedy set in Colorado over the weekend because of his belligerent behavior. The 47-year-old had been performing as headliner at the Villar Performing Arts Center when the on-stage breakdown occurred. Witnesses told TMZ that while some attendees were uncomfortable with Swartzen's behavior, others were cheering him on. In one clip, you can hear a lady yell, "What did you smoke before the show?" By the way, we don't have audio because it's a bunch of people talking and him swearing a lot. They, at one point, turn off the house lights, turn off the spotlight. He's still going, and then they turn off his microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then the guy walks out on stage. We have some video.
Operations.
Doesn't talk about it.
And
I
that's-
think that's
We've decided to
And that's
conclude the show
why
early.
he's doing the drugs and alcohol. Is, don't talk about that stuff, or don't, I
in this day and age, I don't know what you think what's holding you back, especially when all his
Yeah.
friends know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
All the people know. So who is? I don't know.
By the way, anybody out there that is gay, your friends already know. So
Yeah,
if you
100%.
get up the courage to say that you're gay, they're gonna go, "Yeah, we know. That's fine."
And we love you.
And also, yeah, if they don't know and they're your friends, they're not going to care once you
Yeah.
tell them. And if you're worried about them making fun of you, they already make fun of you now for something different.
Yep.
It's just how it works. You know what I mean?
Nick Swartzen responded, I believe, on Twitter, if you would like me to read it. It's
Sure.
pretty stupid. He said, just casually woke up on TMZ. Travel tip, don't drink and take edibles in high altitude. F, brain diarrhea. I'll make it up to you, Beaver Creek. My whole thing with that is...
But that's it. If he's like, I was high and drank and I should have done it.
But the thing is like he's an older guy now. Like you should know better. You should know way better.
Yeah,
than
sometimes
if
it
you're
hits
going
you
to,
differently, you know?
I mean, that's an okay excuse when you're in your 20s, I think. But if you're
Listen.
getting older,
It happens
He was in
to
Col-
anybody.
he was
Yeah.
in Colorado. He may have got something good. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know. These are all smokers and drinkers. They know their limits already.
Yeah.
I just hate that excuse.
Yeah, people that are like 45 and get wasted on tequila, you're like,
You're right.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
You
Like,
know
come on,
if
man.
you have 8, it's going to, make you.
I paid for the show. I drove here. It's probably snowing out. Like,
Yeah,
just
that
get
would
it together,
suck.
dude.
That would suck if you went to the show and it got canceled like that. You'd be like, what's
I
going
think it
on?
would suck if you went to a
Nick's
show.
always-
to see it.
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever get a response back about that Shark Coast stuff? When it was,
Yes.
you did.
Yes.
All right.
Would you like me to
forward?
forward it to you?
Please, because
Okay.
evidently they missed the spot or whatever.
Yeah, I saw.
Let me ask you this question: do you think you're cool?
No.
No.
You guys make sure of
I
that.
don't know. It depends on what, some areas I'm cool.
Overall, I'm asking you: do you think you're cool?
Not anymore. No.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think I'm pretty cool.
But I don't know how we're judging this. Like,
That's by
Like,
how
I'm-
you
Well, it's
perceive
Like,
yourself.
what do you feel? Do you think you're cool?
Listen, I think I'm pretty cool. If you asked a 22-year-old girl if I'm cool, they would say no. You know what I mean? But do you think you're cool?
no.
Carmen,
No.
I'm not asking you if you think Mike's cool. I'm asking
Yeah.
someone asked 35,000 Americans that question, do you think you're cool? And most of us do think we're pretty cool.
You think you're cool.
I think I'm pretty cool.
Like, what do you, maybe I'll think I'm cool if you tell me what you're measuring your coolness on.
I think I'm cool my age that I still go and see a lot of good rock bands and stuff.
True.
I know a lot of stuff that's going on. I'm not like super into a bunch of stuff, but if you casually mention someone, I at least know who they are.
Plays drums in
I
a
know who
band.
Saweetie is. You know what I mean? So I'm not like, what is who?
Goes to the Hard Rock to
Yeah.
gamble.
I officially have to turn down the volume to see better in my car, so I am not cool anymore.
I have.
Listen, I'm not. I don't think they're writing songs about me and making
no,
movies.
no, I get what you're saying.
But,
No,
you
that's
know.
why, even on your parameters, I would still say I'm not cool.
No, I'm not cool.
Yeah, I don't feel like I was ever cool.
Yeah, same.
I agree.
Jim.
Not
Okay.
even,
I
like,
used to
can
be.
understand that.
Yeah.
not even like not cool anymore.
Yeah.
Like I've never felt like, oh man, I'm
I'm the
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Do your
Carmen
kids
used to
think
be.
you're cool?
No.
My
Okay.
good thing about with me, like in school and stuff, I was always friends with everybody. Like I got along with the burnouts, I got along with the jocks, I got along with the nerd. Like I kind of,
Easy, Ferris.
he's a real dweeb. But it just, so and,
I'd like to know if my son. I don't know if my son's gonna think I'm cool because I'm his father, but like, I wonder what my son's friends think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh,
do they
that's a
think
good
I'm
question.
cool, or
Yeah.
do they
I
think I'm a
would
loser?
imagine that they think you're probably a lot cooler than their other friends' dads.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
None of my son's friends have ever heard this radio show. Like none
Really?
of them care.
Yeah.
And I don't know about that, but I'm saying none of them care at all that I have a cool job. They like I've met some. Like I'm going on this cruise with Joey's friends' mother and father, and I don't think they're cool. You know what I mean? Like out of all of them, I met like one or two
But
that I was
also-
like, oh, I like that guy.
Also, here's the thing: is they're at an age where they're not really. They're not really
Not cool.
But they're not understanding everything that's going on. Like, think back to whenever you were a kid, whenever you were like 16 or 17, and some of your friends, and you're like, "Oh yeah, they were rich. They had a huge house." Like at the time, it doesn't
Right.
hit you.
Yeah.
You're just like, "Oh, that's my friend Steve," and
Yeah.
we go over to his house and go in his pool, or I don't know, have the fountain soda
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the kitchen,
Yeah.
or go play his par 3 golf course in his backyard. Not that he
Steve
lived
was
on.
awesome.
Yeah.
See, I think Joey and his friends talk about how Mike stole his friend's shoes that one time, and I think that is
Your father's
forever.
so dumb he took my shoes.
Yeah, I think that is forever what Mike is. Your dad took my shoes, man. So weird.
Boomer took my shoes.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find out real quick.
Oh, he's gonna say no.
He's gonna say I'm not cool.
He's gonna say yes.
Ask what the friends think, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wish I can call his friends. They'd be more honest. Like I always thought my parents are cool. My
Really?
mother always knew like music and she would always do cool stuff.
Yeah.
Your call has been.
Oh jeez. And
My-
my father was
Not cool.
always cool because he looked good. He always had cool cars. I've seen my dad punch people, so
Yeah.
like he was always cool.
My parents were not cool.
Carried a gun.
My parents were very nice, but my parents were parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My dad, driving a Buick Skylark. It's not cool.
My
Like,
parents, I didn't consider my parents cool until I was in my mid-20s and I found out about their 20s and what they used to do in their 20s, and I was like, oh,
Is that
damn.
when you found the butt stuff in the
No,
in the
no, that
drawer?
wasn't when I found the butt
That's-
plugs.
That
Thank
was
you.
cool.
I thought of
Thank
something
you.
the other day that I was when Joey had a co-ed like party like in his sophomore year. There were like 10, 15 boys and girls at my house, just more, but they had to be out at midnight. So at like 11:45, I was sitting in the front living room, kind of waiting for the last person to leave, and I'd lock the door behind them and go to bed. I couldn't go to sleep till they were all gone. So I'm sitting there, and nothing is happening. I got 15 minutes. I'm waiting, and nothing's happening. And there's a guitar in the thing, so I'm picking up the guitar, and I'm just sitting there noodling around on the guitar, and all of a sudden, at midnight exactly, kids start to leave.
Of course.
And they're like, bye, bye. And I'm like, see you later. Thanks for coming. Okay, bye. And I thought, okay, that went really well. Then one day I was like, Joey's weird dad is sitting in the living room by himself playing guitar. And I was like, okay, I realized that is not as cool.
In my
thing to do.
mind, that went a different way. That one of the girls was like, "Oh my God, you play guitar?"
Oh,
no,
Wait a minute.
No.
No.
I've never felt more further away from anything than those kids. Like
None of the
this.
kids also think like radio is cool. Like I would same
Really?
thing. I think I like.
They don't
like,
listen to the radio.
I've got a cool job. Like they don't. None of them find that impressive,
No.
cool,
No.
and any sense of accomplishment whatsoever. They're like, yeah, whatever.
I get that more from my daughter than I do from my son, because for some reason my daughter is always like, her teachers will tell her they listen, or kids will say my parents listen to your dad.
I'll get a
so
dad
that's a
that
little
listens.
cooler. Yeah, that's
But
a little cooler.
that's not cool to them. They don't. They're like annoyed by that. Like, oh yeah, her dad listens to the show. It's so annoying because he knows what stuff you've been saying.
I was talking to Sean
About the
Daly.
double Big Macs.
Yeah.
I was talking to Sean Daly and Aaron Maloney at Down the Bowl, and my daughter was with me, and she came over, and they go, and Sean Daly said, do your kids like that you're famous and people, because I've taken a couple of pictures of people, and I go, no. I go, not at all. They don't think it's fair. I go, watch this. And Juliana walks over. I go, how cool is it that I'm famous and people want to talk to me? And she rolled her eyes and walked away. I go, there you go.
man.
That's what you get.
If I had 1 million subscribers on like YouTube or like on
Yeah.
Instagram,
That would be-
then I would be like the coolest person
Yeah.
they know.
No,
If you're
if I got the-
unboxing stuff,
Yeah, exactly.
If I had the Sterniolo triplets to come over here, then I'd be the cool dad.
How many followers do you have?
Yeah. So 53% said yes, that they think they're cool. 29% said no, and 17% said they're not sure.
Yeah.
If you're not sure, you're not cool.
100%.
Just letting
yeah.
you know. Just
I mean,
yeah.
my daughter does think it's a little cool that I'm friends with Taylor Swift's dad.
yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally in news, spring break coming up. Last year, Miami, I guess some people are on spring break now, right? Because it's March 5th.
I don't know.
Depends on where your
Yeah.
school is and stuff. Last year, Miami saw 2 deadly shootings and over 500 arrests during spring break.
It's pretty good.
So they're no, it's not
Yeah,
great.
from Miami, that's pretty good.
So they're trying to break up with spring break.
Yeah.
They actually put together a commercial basically
Oh,
telling
no.
everybody the party's
Yeah.
over
So come here.
and not to go to Miami. Take a listen. Here is Miami's breaking up with spring break commercial.
Hey, we need to talk.
This isn't working anymore.
And it's not us. It's you. Our idea of a good time is relaxing on the beach. You just want to get drunk in public and ignore laws.
This March, you can expect things like curfews, bag checks, and restricted beach access.
DUI checkpoints, $100 parking, and strong police enforcement for drug possession and violence.
Whatever it takes, because it's time to move on.
Maybe we can talk when you're done with your spring break phase, but until then,
So Miami is going to decide to prosecute crimes they didn't normally pay
Right.
attention to?
I guess, yeah. So here's my question. When we were growing up, Daytona was the
that
big
was the
thing.
spot.
Like in the
Yeah.
80s, Daytona Beach was the big thing, whatever. But then also I remember going to Panama City. Panama City Beach was
Fort
huge.
Lauderdale.
I remember I was like a Fort Lauderdale, and I
Yeah.
went there one time during spring break. I was like, this sucks.
Really?
Panama City Beach was big for a while, and then I think Lake Havasu for a while.
Yeah.
Where is it now?
I think they go Mexico. Yeah, I think they go out of the
Mexico?
country.
Yeah, go out of the country. Get
Which-
kidnapped.
Which is fine for my son to go to Mexico. I think I would let him go there, but my daughter, she will
way.
never go to Mexico.
No, man.
I don't need her getting Uran Vanderslooded.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And plus, the cartels are not really silent anymore in
No.
recent years. Yeah, they're
No, my
starting
kids
to...
ain't going to Mexico.
Yeah, and if you go to Mexico, go to like resort
Yes.
Mexico.
Yes,
Don't,
yes,
go,
yes.
don't
Leave.
leave Mexico City. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad, but it's definitely a double standard.
Yeah.
And my daughter, because I love her more, she's not going.
wait.
She's not doing any of that stuff. Like we're going on this cruise this weekend, and Joey and his friends. What do we do in the Bahamas? do we take him to go to a water park? No, he's 17 and a half, and he wants to hang out with his friends.
Right.
Do I
They'll
let
just
him
go
get off
explore.
the boat? And
Yeah.
I'm gonna, but it makes me worried.
Right.
Yeah, rightfully so. But
Oh.
hopefully
You
he's
hang
got
out
a
with
good
one of
head
the
on
other
his-
cool dads.
Just track his phone.
Yeah, I don't think that will even help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just toss
Better
the
than
phone.
nothing.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
I
just toss
chipped
the
both
phone.
my kids.
That is smart. Yeah,
As soon as
that
they
is
were
the
born,
best
I
way
went
to do it.
right
Yeah,
there,
right there.
right,
Wait,
there,
no.
right in their BH. Yeah.
Well, Jesus.
That's where the chip is.
Dad.
Nobody's
Dad?
looking there.
Where you gonna
That
put it?
is it for news.
They will find that.
I definitely would chip my kids if I
Yeah.
could.
Not cool.
Why?
Wood
Nah.
chip?
Would chip them?
Yeah.
No, I mean, think about it. It's not cool until your kid's missing.
Yeah, but
Then you're the coolest dad in the world.
Yeah.
Are you?
When we go places with my nephew, they put an air tag in his pockets.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
blame
Because he
him.
wanders off all the
I
time.
remember watching Extreme Home Makeover, and there was a kid that was whatever his deal was, he would run away, but he had mental problems. So he would get up in the middle of the night and go and just try and escape and do all this stuff. So they made his room all cool, but then they also put air tags in all his pajamas and stuff, so they could find him if he,
You know where to put it.
They have it now. They have them now for the shoe soles. You can take them out and
Put
put
a
one
shoe.
in,
Yeah.
and they have an air tag pocket in the sole, so
Yeah.
your kids would never even know.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. I need help with something. I can't find my Apple Watch,
Mm-hmm.
but I know it's somewhere around here.
Mo was here the other day.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And I was like, if only there was a function to find your watch. There is, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
there
there
is.
is
gotta
a-
be,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Find your device.
Yeah, there is. And on your watch, you can do it the opposite, where you can make your phone ring.
By the way,
From your watch.
Joe knows
I do.
technology.
Well, some things.
He said it like he'd done it before.
Yeah,
I bet
I
Joe
have.
loses a lot of stuff.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Galvin. We
Got
will
it.
take a break. Our phone numbers, if you'd like to be a part of the show, are 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. There are some calls on hold. I will grab those next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. Spanish just brought in our cruise T-shirts and stuff,
Yeah.
and we're all very excited. We got sunglasses, T-shirts, Papa's Pilar. What else we got in there?
Koozie,
Yeah.
Stingray Chevrolet sunglasses.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's going to be a fun time. Looking forward to it. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Good morning, Galvin.
What's
I
up,
wanted
buddy?
to let you know, my wife and I live not too far from North Shore Park, and she goes there with a girlfriend 3 days a week and walks. So I'll work on getting your picture of good old Spanish.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's definitely going to be worth something. I put a bounty on him today.
Yeah.
If you get a picture of him in the hammock, it'd be great.
Good
Or
luck.
setting up the hammock. Yeah, now you're going to be looking at everybody.
I'm very squirrely, Roger.
Well, you've met her before, so I'll just tell her to lay low and
Yeah.
catch you when you're looking.
I'll recognize
So-
her, Roger. You better be.
Will you or
watch-
no?
No, I'm definitely.
Oh,
won't.
wow. All right. All right. Thanks, buddy.
We'll get you. Bye.
We'll get to it. Here's my question, because I was looking up the length of the pier whenever you were talking about it. Are you saying that you take your hammock to the pier
Yes.
and you set it up on the pier?
Yes.
And people are walking by and you're just in the hammock. You
Yeah.
get
Well,
in
not on the
hammock.
pier. There's a little beach area to the side of the pier.
And there's an area on the pier. So where the restaurants are.
I'm not
So
familiar
there's
with
at
it.
the very end of the pier where you could fish off.
Yeah.
There's like a big thing supposed to look like the bow of a boat, and there's like 3 levels, and there's a restaurant, bait shop. In front of that, if you're walking toward it, there's like this little field of green that has some trees on it, and I'll set my hammock up there because it's windy there, so it's never hot, and there's shade from the trees. Yeah.
Like, I get it on the beach. If you set up a hammock, still like you're bringing a hammock to the beach. Okay, some
Yeah,
people
where
bring
you setting it up on the beach?
trees.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm
some
saying there's no
trees.
trees on beaches.
Well, so there's like an area. It's a man-made beach, and there's
Yeah.
like an area maybe 100 yards back that has trees there. And then if you walk even further, they have all these little clumps of like 6 trees on the edges of the water that you could set
Is
there.
the hammock that much better for you than just sitting somewhere?
100%.
That you would carry a hammock with
100%. Well, I usually have a backpack with a water, maybe some like a little service of booze. If
And
I'm
the
bringing
hammock
some beer.
folds up into its own little pouch.
Yeah,
it
it's pretty
looks
sweet.
like it almost looks like an umbrella.
Do you think you're
like,
an alcoholic?
No.
You're carrying a service of booze with
A
you.
beer, yeah.
What are you, Regis?
What do you mean? What am I reading?
You're carrying a flask with you.
Do you know how relaxing it is to go on the pier, sit in your hammock, slide up a cigarette, take a little sip of some whiskey.
Yeah, maybe in the 40s. I don't. First of all, smoking is gross to me on any level.
Sure.
Okay, and then on top of that, now you're mixing in whiskey that you brought with you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's expensive to buy it at the bar.
I wouldn't buy it if I'm going out to lay down and relax. I don't need to have whiskey.
All right, well, that's you.
Listen, you have an afternoon little drink, and then you take a nap out there.
You don't ever lay down or do anything relaxing anyways.
Here's my thing, though.
See?
Here's my
he just
thing.
falls asleep.
With everything you just told me, you're right. Not cool.
Thank you. I can admit it. I can admit this.
You don't want to go to the pier, lay down, and have a pink 75 or whatever the hell you were talking about earlier?
No, and I don't want
Colorado Bulldog?
French 75.
Does it ever cross your mind to you also that you're a public figure?
Yeah.
Like the last thing I need is me to be laying out there and people taking pictures of me sitting on my hammock and all that.
Oh, because you're so cool. Just everyone's going to be taking pictures of you.
No, but listen, I go to restaurants and I sit down and I see people trying to snipe pictures with their phones. I'm like, just tell me. I'd rather just smile for it.
But also, you have to think people are going by and they're going, there's no way that was Spanish setting up setting up a hammock over there.
Yeah. Well, there are even areas, I mean, where like there's a bunch of hammocks set up. So like there have been times where it'll be me and like 4 chicks in hammocks, and we're all
super 4 chicks.
It is 100%. Yeah, I mean, they
Check
might
out my
not.
Turvis of booze.
They might not be Instagram
And everybody's like
influencers,
just
but-
those 4 girls and that gay guy all in their hammock.
Hey,
together.
whatever, dude.
Is that in fact the Sad Weirdos Club?
It is not. It is not the Sad Weirdos Club. I'm not
Completely
telling
different.
you where we meet. You can't know. I refuse.
I don't want to know.
You do a little bit. You would mock us and throw coins at us as you drove by.
It's so awkward to me.
What?
Your life.
Why?
Oh,
this
life.
one here, drinking in the middle of the day all the time.
I'm not getting
you
drunk.
bringing weed. I mean, you bringing whiskey out to weed to the pier and
super
building
relaxing.
your own hammock. And
Yeah. It's super simple to set up. It's not even building it. It's 2 straps, and then you hook your hammock to the strap. It's it. 2 minutes. You want to borrow my hammock?
No, I'm out.
All right.
My wife texted me and she said, "Do you want to run up the hall with me at 11:04?" And I wrote back, "What?" And it changed. Do you want to run to the mall with me at 11:30?
Oh, no.
And I wrote back, "Oh no, no."
Mall's the worst place on the planet.
She has to go because she needs some stuff for this weekend, but I don't want to be dragged into that. I have other things that I have to do, and I'd rather go to the pier with whiskey and Spanish than go to the mall. Really.
So you can set up your hammock in the parking lot of the mall. Relax.
Dude, that is the only time. I know that's what she's asking me. I'll drive her to the mall, but I'm not going inside. And I have no problem if she takes an hour. I just put the seat heat on and go to sleep.
That sounds nice.
My wife insists she has to go to the mall all the time as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing that you don't
This
have
isn't the
Amazon or
80s.
online ordering?
Here it comes. Go ahead. Oh, I thought you were going to defend it, Carmen.
Oh no, I'm with you guys. What is at the mall?
Yeah.
I went to the mall the other day because I needed help resetting my iPad, which I have to tell you, I might be changing.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Google will show you how to do that in 2 seconds.
I know.
Joe can tell you.
No.
Genius Bar?
No, yeah, I had to go to the Genius Bar. The problem is my iPad is like a 3rd generation. It's like 10 years old. And my laptop, my Mac, is 11 years old. So they're both outdated. I can't update them anymore.
Yeah,
So I
that
couldn't
makes
use
sense.
my software. I found out after 5 years.
That's how they get you.
Your OS can't be updated.
Yeah, basically after 5 years.
Joe knows.
I'm telling you.
Found this out the hard way. But literally, I might be changing our group chat to green. I might be getting off the iPhone train.
Oh,
you're
right.
out. You're out of the group chat.
Yeah.
That's
You need
fine. I don't.
authorization.
That's fine. Listen, I'm just saying. After I went to the Apple store. Wayne, who was the supervisor, was very nice, very helpful. Loved him. Everyone else in that store, I did not like it
No.
or
Why?
them. It was just like douche city.
Not cool. Not
yeah.
Nerds.
I don't know. Everyone in there, there's the people who were sitting there looking like trying on the new glasses, and they were carrying them out on trays. And I don't know. I did not like the vibe in
You're
there.
getting old. You don't feel
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
it's past you passed technology up.
Yeah, I don't need an iPhone anymore. And on top of that, like Androids and all those things, they have like better cameras and technology anyway.
Yeah, Google
That's all
Pixel.
you really
Yeah.
want is the
Is the camera? Yeah. So like after sitting in there and like I don't like I can't use my Mac anymore. Can't use my iPad. I'm basically have to throw those away. They said they would take them from me for free for parts.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even give me $5 for these things.
You see the old lady that brought in her old computer earlier today? Oof.
I have so many old iPads lying around, minis and all these things that you can't use anymore.
And you can't do anything with them. No one wants them, and they won't take them back to the store. So I don't know.
They made them right.
Yeah.
That they expire.
I got to upgrade my phone because I still have an iPhone 8, and I'm dreading the day that I know.
Don't let somebody who's fully upgraded touch your stuff.
Why?
Because when I had my computer in here, I was fine with it. And then Bobby tried to use it one day, and he complained about it so much I had to buy a new computer.
Your son got me the other day because he was like, let me use your phone. I forget what he wanted to do, send me pictures or something. And I handed it to him, and he just looked at it, and he gave me this, like, disgusted, I just smelled a fart look.
Yeah,
and he goes,
I don't know what this is.
He goes, why do you still have a home button? I was like, I like the home
You still have
button.
the home button?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised your battery hasn't gone yet because
Not
usually
yet.
the battery is what goes.
Well, I never answer the phone, so I don't know. Use it that much.
That saves
Thank you for being honest.
I'm working on it.
Unbelievable.
Joe's got a phone. Use his.
Yeah, dude.
If you can find it.
Yeah.
He's not using his either.
I can't tell you how many times we'll be somewhere and we'll just hear it ringing off in the distance. He's like, oh, my phone.
Jeez.
I don't understand. I call you when I need you, and you don't answer the phone. I butt dial you, and you answer every time.
Well, I've been, I did the, whatever it is. I took my phone off Do Not Disturb, so everything rings. So
all this time, that's what the problem was?
Well, I have it on silent because people blow me up all day because a lot of people have my number. But now I'm like, whatever. I don't want to miss anymore. I don't want to get yelled at.
Who is the biggest violator? Who's calling you all the time?
Oh, Michael.
Just randoms, right?
Yeah, numbers I don't even know. I can tell you, just text messages alone.
Tell Galvin that.
yeah.
I got a text the other day, and I go, when did I give that guy my number?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Who was it? I want to know. Can you put it in the chat?
I love that sound. I have 142 unread text messages that are all from listeners that when I was sick, you gave my phone number
They
out.
were checking on you.
Yeah. Which is very nice. I'm very appreciative of it.
It's so much that you haven't read them yet?
Well, that's a lot of numbers I don't know, and I didn't want to go back, and then I tried to go back, and then if somebody texts me, it pops my text all the way back up to the top. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I think the best gift they've ever given us is that you can read the text without telling people you read it.
Yeah.
So that you could just...
It's nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never... at least I think I'm pretty good at taking a hint. If I text somebody twice and they don't answer me back, I go, okay, I get it. People don't get it.
Oh, his phone's blowing up right now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Parkinson's Robert is calling me.
Oh.
He has Parkinson's?
That's what it says on his call ID.
Well, let's see.
Well, he might actually be pretty good.
By the way, anybody see Curb Your Enthusiasm? Are you watching this season? Anyone at all?
Not yet.
I watched one from Sunday night. Yesterday, I watched it. What's his name that just passed away?
Richard Lewis.
Richard Lewis.
Bad shape.
Looked bad.
He looks like a skeleton.
Yeah.
He looks like a skeleton that somebody put skin on and stretched it so tight.
The last season, he looked that way.
He's like, it's weird.
And that was years ago.
Man.
But did you see what he died of?
No.
Heart attack.
Heart attack.
Yeah.
I mean, that's scary. He's not even fat.
You don't have to be.
Yeah.
I know. We just talked about that. Bugs me.
Do you guys want me to answer Lee Nickerson's phone call?
I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
No.
Artie Nickerson's son.
That word's just too scary to say live.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. Let me grab some of these calls. Let's go to Ricky. Ricky, you're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, Ricky?
Yeah, I know exactly what happened to your Apple Watch.
What happened?
Joe sold it to the weird guy when he sold him the pot.
Yeah, he might have, sir. He might have. Thank you. Jamie, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hi, how you doing? I had an idea for keeping score on Sporkle, obviously because it's so hard for you guys. Maybe have a stack of poker chips, and when somebody gets one right, they just get a chip. And you guys.
Well, it's not hard for us. It's not hard for you guys. It's hard for one of us guys.
The scorekeeper.
Yeah. And Joe has an abacus.
Well, I mean, yeah, that solves the problem.
Yeah, well.
Joe has an abacus on his desk. He's got an app on his phone, and he's got a pen and paper. So, I think it's beyond helping, sir, but thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, it's not the devices that are bad.
Right.
It's the operator.
Yeah.
It's like Carmen's Mac. We can't upgrade Joe, so we just have to deal with what he has. That's what he is.
This is not laziness. This is incompetence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Oh my goodness, I love you guys so much. I've never called before.
Oh, well, welcome to the show. What is your name?
Jessica.
Is there a chance?
No, there's
Jessica's,
no way she's not hot.
There's no way you're not hot. You got hot girl voice right out of the gate. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, Carmen, throw that iPhone away. Go straight for the Android all day long. Please come join the dark side.
Okay, thank you.
Don't do it, Carmen.
Don't do it, Carmen. Don't let
Don't
her
do it,
don't let her-
Carmen.
Listen, I'm telling you, after going to the Apple store, like I said, everyone that worked there was super nice, but like everyone that was in there, all the customers, I hated
Have you been to the Have you been to the Android store?
It's worse.
No, there's
'Cause
no
they
one
don't
in there.
have one.
We don't have one, right?
Yeah.
No, the Apple store is a nightmare. So definitely get yourself an Android.
Hey, Jessica, you want to be in our group chat?
I love you guys so much, for real. Thank you so
Punker.
much.
All right, thank you. Carmen, man, you need to bring more girls around like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
I mean, it's a fine line between sounding and looking hot and sounding hot and looking really little plumpy. Trust me, I know. Mike Calta Show. Hello.
Hey, Mike and everybody.
Hi.
This is Stephanie. How are you?
Good. What's happening?
Good. I'm good. Sorry. I just wanted to tell you that my dad has Parkinson's. He's had it for about 12 years, and he looks like that too, where it kind of, you can see his actual like skeleton of his face.
Oh
and,
no!
and it's
What causes that?
So the muscle and the muscle and your tissues break down because of the lack of the levodopa. Now, my dad does take it as an everyday pill, and it's like 4 times a day, but it's just part of the Parkinson's disease. And the way that we really knew was that he was starting to kind of mumble his speech, and his actions were really slower and shuffling his feet. So luckily he doesn't have the shaking that Michael J. Fox does.
Oh yeah, that's
But
going to
he
be so
still
hard
has
to live with.
Parkinson's.
What is the stuff called levodopa?
What was that?
What did you say he was missing? That's what was making the muscle go away and the skinny.
It's the lack of the levodopa in your
Levodopa.
system.
I'm going to get rid of my levodopa
Yeah.
for about 3 months, and then I should be good.
The thing is, I don't know if you can get it back once you get rid of it.
Well, at this point, it might be worth it. Well, hey, the best to your dad. Thanks for the information.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Love you.
Oh yeah, I like when girls love us.
Yeah.
Levodopa is a precursor to dopamine, most commonly the
got dopamine.
replacement agent for treatment of Parkinson's. Yeah.
Mike Calta Show. Hello.
Hey, it's Finn. Just an FYI for, Spanish. Set his phone on silent, unknown calls, and then everything else that's saved in his phone will ring, and anything that's not will just be silent, but it'll still be saved.
That would make sense. Or do like I did. My wife has a special ring, so when I call you, it's like emergency,
Yeah.
so you know what I
But I don't want to do that because I miss guest numbers.
I was gonna say thank you, sir or ma'am or kid.
I
You know.
thought they said Ben.
Spinach?
Yeah.
I thought they said spinach.
Oh, maybe it was spinach. Mike Calta Show. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, this is Caitlin. How are you guys?
What's up, Caitlin? I love how they said no women would listen to the show.
right?
What's up, Caitlin?
Oh my gosh. If I only listen to you guys.
Right? We're awesome.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You're amazing. Amazing. And did you only like that, not the last color, but the color before? The lesbian thing is not that bad. I think you're kind of digging it.
Wait, say that again. The what's not that bad?
Okay, because he was saying that it's only because she's a lesbian. That's not a bad thing.
I said,
Wait, what?
She said she wanted to get an Android phone. And I said, lesbian. No, we're number one with lesbians. Are you kidding me? We're
Okay, then. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm straight and married, but I don't discriminate. So that's why I listen to you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. No problem. No, I got to tell you, this show is very, like, you would think we like lesbians, like we're like lesbians, you know what I mean? But no, we know we got a lot of lesbian listeners.
Oh,
to
we're
the
not
show.
like that? Oh.
I mean, we do like, you know,
sorry.
I'm just saying. We're like her. We don't discriminate. Last call, Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Morning, Mike. How you doing?
Good. What's up, sir?
Good, buddy. No, I was just wondering I mean, I love Android. I have an iPhone, but I'm wondering just a question. Is it because of, is Carmen, are you not doing it because of the price? Because there's a lot of different Android phones, you know, obviously that are a lot cheaper. You're not going to have the technology like Find My Phone. I mean, they have like a Google Find My Phone thing, but I mean, even if you get like an iPhone 14 or a 15, even the base one is $800. So
Right.
is it a price thing, or are you just not? I'm just curious.
Yeah, no. So basically, I have an iPhone. I've had an iPhone. The last phone I had before my iPhone was a BlackBerry, if that tells you. So I've literally had an iPhone for 10 plus years, and that's just what I've used. And then I also had my MacBook for when I was in school, but now I have a new laptop, which is not a Mac. And to me, there's really no point in having all Apple products because I'm not syncing things up that way anymore. And you don't need.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a laptop, I mean, they're like $2,000. I mean, my kids have iPads, and I'm getting my daughter a new one for her birthday, and you could do. Like I have T-Mobile, you can spend $600 and actually get the monthly fee if you get a service, or you can buy it from Apple and spend for something, or you can get a tablet for $200 or $100. It's depending on what you want, but I mean, you have the 3. I think they have the 10 app now, so it's just super expensive.
I'm enjoying tech talk here, but I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just getting away from Apple, I think, honestly.
What? Well, get off our group chat.
Yep, you're out.
Get
That's
on
fine.
the lesbian chat. See you at the Hammock and
Bye.
drink whiskey with Spanish.
What?
We got to take a break. We got stuff to give away. We'll do that next. Then Dominic Ferriello will join us for Ask the Dom to take your legal calls at the top of the hour. It's a Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Carmen, we're going to play a game called Whose Tweet Is This Anyway?
Let the tweeting begin. It's time to play Whose Tweet Is It Anyway? On the Mike Calta Show.
I do not tweet. I haven't tweeted in a long time because Tweeter doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while for
but
sure.
Several of the members of this station have, and Galvin's got a collection for us to try and guess today. If we win, we will go over to the phone calls, which there is a full board, and we'll pick winners from there. All right, Galvin, what do we got?
All right, your first tweet up is a picture of this person, a selfie, and there's somebody else behind them on the phone. And they're in the middle of a field, and it says, Taste of Carolwood. It, period, is, period, hot, all capital letters, period, out, period, here, period.
Done.
Carmen's done. Gio's done.
Ooh, that
Done.
sounds so familiar to me.
Spanish is done.
All right, I'm done.
And Mike Calta's done. Carmen, I'll start with you. Whose tweet is that?
That is Monica.
You say that's Monica. Gio, who do you think it is?
It, period, is, period, Monica,
You
period.
say it's Monica, period. All right. Spanish, what about you?
I also said it was Monica.
You say that's Monica. And Mike Calta, who you got?
I figured Carolwood, it might be Mo, but I feel like I'm wrong now. I said Mo.
You say Mo.
Yeah.
You are wrong. It was Monica. So everybody except for Mike gets a point on that one.
I, period, was, period, wrong. Period.
I, period, did not go, period. Did not know what was going on, period.
Why did you all know it was Monica? There was no emojis in there.
Because of how she talks a lot, so it's just dragged out a lot.
And she lives.
God.
Oh my God!
I was kidding.
Wow.
I was kidding.
You're a jerk.
Yeah,
Wow.
sometimes.
I know she lives near there.
Yeah, it's Hammock talk for Spanish.
Yeah.
Can't be
nice
all right.
all the time.
Here we go. Your next tweet says, this Fannie Willis hearing is so ghetto fabulous. If Medea took the stand as a surprise witness, I'd be, quote, yeah, that seems about right.
Done.
Gio's done. Spanish is done.
Also done.
Mike Kelta's done.
Done.
And Carmen's done. Mike Kelta, you're the only one that doesn't have a point on the board. Let's see if we can get it up there. Who you got?
Son of Medea, that is Dizzy.
You said it's Dizzy. Gio, what do you think?
That is Mo.
Spanish, who you got?
I also said racist tweet, racist Mo.
And Carmen, what do you think?
Racist Mo.
You said it's Mo. So, again, Mike is on an island. You guys all say Mo. Mike said Dizzy. Mike is wrong. You guys all get a point. Currently, everybody has 2. Mike has 0. 0.
My wife just bought me strawberries and a snack.
Oh, man. Strawberry Festival.
She scared me. I'm not going to lie.
Man, we're falling from...
Those from Plant City? Are you sure? Please go check and report back.
All right.
I think my grandfather used to get milk. He goes, "Is this homogenized?"
Yeah.
How do we go from McGriddles to strawberries?
I know.
Got to cruise in 30 days.
Come on.
Just bring him the snacks.
All right, this next one, somebody could win right here. Probably not Mike. It has a picture of a dog on the beach, and it says 16th anniversary and 13 years old from my best friend. Lots to celebrate today on North Beach. Brother, and it's like brother.
Done.
And it's all capitalized.
Done.
Carmen's done.
What?
Gio's done.
Done.
Spanish is done.
Done.
Mike Calta's done. Mike Calta. See if you don't get blanked here. Get a point on the board. Who you got?
I was in doubt. I will Kunst it out.
Will Kunst it out. All right. Carmen, you can win it all right here. Who you got?
FTW. That is John Senning.
That's John Senning. Spanish, you could win it all right here. Who do you got?
I also said John Senning.
Saying John Senning. And Gio, could be yours.
John Senning.
You say
Yeah,
John
baby.
Senning.
It was a
They didn't
brother.
say
It was a
FTW,
brother,
it doesn't
wasn't
count.
it?
Brother.
These guys all picked the same one for every single one, and they've got every single one right.
Yeah.
Mike Calta is wrong. We have a 3-way tie
I'm
between Carmen, Spanish, and Gio. Enjoy your strawberries and listen to the rest of this game. All right, so we go to your next tweet is going to be this one. Let's see what we have. You ever take such a good nap that you're proud of yourself when you wake up?
Done.
Who's that?
This one I feel like I know.
You ever take such a good nap that you're proud of yourself when you wake up?
Done.
Spanish is done. Carmen's done.
Done.
Gio's done. Mike out of the game, enjoying strawberries.
But I do think I know who this is.
Well, hold on. Gio, who you got?
Is that Galvin?
You asking or are you telling?
That's my guess.
Spanish, who do you think it is?
I said Dizzy.
You say Dizzy. Carmen, who you got?
Damn. I also said Dizzy.
Yeah, baby.
I think Gio nailed it.
I said
Think so?
Galvin too.
Yeah. Galvin loves a good nap.
Mike out of the game agrees with Gio. They both say it's me. Spanish and Carmen in the game say that it's Dizzy. Spanish and Carmen are still in the game. That
Yes.
was Dizzy.
Oh.
Gio's out. Gio's out.
What a loser.
Gio's out.
Oh, I'm out too.
You're still
Yeah,
out.
still.
You're still out. We could bring him back in though. You
Ooh,
never
No.
know.
I love it. Why
I don't
not,
like that
Carmen?
game. I don't like the head game.
I make the rules.
I
for
don't
this
like the
game.
head game.
All right, here we go. Your next tweet is Happy Raw Dog Day, y'all. Happy Raw Dog Day, y'all.
Done.
And dog is DAWG.
I bet it is.
Done.
Gio's out. Carmen's done.
Oh, I'm out.
Yes.
One out.
The last one.
One and done.
Yeah.
What's it?
It's a runoff.
Raw Dog Day.
Yeah, that's what I said. Y'all.
I had 3 in a row.
I got it.
All right,
I
I'm
know
done.
it is.
You're
Yeah,
out.
Spanish, I got 4 in a row.
Spanish.
Idiot.
Spanish and Carmen are in the game.
Just mean.
Spanish, you can win it all right here. Who you got?
I said Monica.
You say Monica. Carmen
Nope, that's
could
wrong.
be yours.
Raw dog and Monica.
Who do you think it is, Carmen?
She didn't answer yet.
She loves the raw dog. That is Monica.
Oh my God! What is a raw dog?
Oh, jackhammer.
She loves hot dogs.
Oh.
Why? Who do you say it is?
Mo.
You say it's Mo? Who do you say it is?
I was going to say Dizzy. Dog.
Gio's back in the game.
Yes. Back, baby.
That's Dizzy. Gio's back in the game against Carmen in Spanish. I only have one more for you.
Damn
If you guys don't get it here, we're
Yes.
just giving somebody a prize because this is ridiculous. All right, your next tweet is, let's see, let's go with something. This one has a picture of a vehicle, a Volkswagen SUV, like crossover, and it's in the middle of 2 parking spaces. That's the picture, okay?
Done.
And the oh, you're done? All right, I'm not reading anymore. The tweet is day 2, y'all. Back-to-back days of douchery.
Done.
Done.
I will tell you, this y'all is different from last y'all.
Jose,
Why?
Who says you're all in douchery together?
Last y'all was YALL. This one is YALL.
Thank you. I'm switching.
Just letting you know whether that makes a difference.
Yes, thank
I
you.
don't know. Day 2.
I 100% know who this is.
Day 2, y'all. You're not in the game. Day 2, y'all.
I know. I'm just saying.
Back-to-back days of douchery.
Douchery?
Yes.
All right. I'm changing mine.
Who do you think it is, Mike?
No.
No,
I didn't answer.
You can say afterwards.
Yeah,
You're going to get out of the game.
Calvin, what's
you wanna get
that
tossed
behind
out
me
again?
over there?
Cheater. If I look over there, I can still hear it.
Can you really?
By the way, I would 100% know it is from guessing. Not,
I
don't
know
see
who
it.
it is.
I know
all
who
right,
it is.
Carmen, tell me who you think it is.
FTW, I win the game. That is Dizzy.
You said it's Dizzy. All right. Gio, you're back in the game. Who do you think it is?
I said Spike.
You
You're a
said Spike.
loser.
All right, come down.
Spanish.
True.
You're in the game for now.
That y'all feels racist. I went with Mo.
You said
You're-
it's Mo.
You're a loser.
You're
Okay.
a sweet person.
Mike Calta, who did you think it was?
Dizzy.
You said it was Dizzy. Carmen also said it was Dizzy.
I had Dizzy across it out. Went with Mo.
That doesn't count.
You're an idiot.
Count.
Carmen wins
Damn
the
it.
game.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
That was Dizzy. Congratulations, Carmen.
Double
Congrats,
dizzy.
Carmen.
Yeah, so there's someone here that takes up 2 parking spots every day. I'm about ready to put a cone next to their car.
No. Carmen, what you do is you write a note and say, you cannot park like this. Please don't be inconveniencing other people. And when you write that note, use your key and scratch it in their paint.
Okay. Put it on their hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scratch it right into the paint of their car.
It's
But yeah, every
somebody
day-
in the building is like the
I
works
don't
for
know.
Cox.
It's like Galvin said, it's a black Volkswagen SUV. They take up 2 spots in the corner, and it's not like they're in the back of the parking lot.
It's
You
in
know
a-
what I mean?
It's a Touareg. Touareg. Is that what it is?
Touareg.
Touareg.
I don't know. I don't know
Whatever.
what it. I just know it's a Volkswagen. It's a SUV.
Why? Who do you think it is?
I don't know because I saw somebody. It was a woman who left in that when I was at one of the.
Because it could be someone from a
Lunch.
different floor.
Of course.
Leave a note. You park like a jagoff.
Yeah, but I could
Well,
be wrong.
it affects Dizzy, not me. So he can leave the note. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I saw it one day and I was like, I hate that person.
Milkshake
if
to the
I-
windshield. That always solves it.
What's that, Joe?
Milkshake to the windshield.
Oh, well.
Yeah, not a
It
multi.
brings all
Do you
the
know if
boys
it's
to
a
the
tow
yard.
reg?
It's a Touareg. Yeah,
Touareg. It's a
A
Touareg.
toe ring?
Touareg.
toe ring. Yeah,
Toe ring.
I love that.
Fancy.
And if
Volkswagen.
her name's Tori?
Yeah, Reginald.
Who?
Carmen won.
Go
And
on,
then,
Carmen.
woo! Losers! 4.
I feel like I won.
No,
Good morning.
you
Who's
didn't.
this?
I feel like I won.
Hey, this is Brian.
Brian from Virginia?
Yep, Virginia Beach.
Yeah. Hold on, Brian. You're the winner, okay? Carmen will get you and we'll hook you up with a prize.
Awesome. Thanks,
All right.
Carmen.
You're welcome.
There you go. All right, Carmen, you go do that. We'll clear the phone lines and we'll make room for Ask the Dom. If you got a question for Ask the Dom, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. Don't wait till we come back because that's when they fill up. Get on the phone lines now. Ask the Dom next on 1025 The Bone. For our friend Dominic Ferriello, Ask the Dom, who's in the studio with us. Dom, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday.
Dom, I got some issues I got to talk to you about real quick before we get
I
the
love
phone calls.
it. I love issues, Mike. You know, that's what
You
I
helped
do
me
for
out
a living.
You helped me out with this once before. I had jury duty and I missed it, and you called and took care of it for me. This one I got jury duty, which I'm fine with going to. I don't have a problem. I don't hate jury duty like most people, but it's the weekend that we're on the cruise.
Yeah. Can't miss jury duty. You know, you're going to have to. Listen, as an officer of the court, I have to strongly advise that we're going to have to hold down the ship in your absence. I think Galvin, Spanish, Gio, Carmen, Pap. I think we can do it without you, Mike.
Yeah,
I'll drink for 2.
Let's say I was gonna go anyway. What is my best option?
You could send in to the clerk the confirmation of the travel plans and arrangement. There's a lot of great folks that are on vacation, especially around the springtime, where jury duty is called. You can just send them in. Send it in. Say, hey, I've scheduled a vacation. Here's my itinerary, or a receipt, a payment, something like that.
Right.
And what they'll do is they'll take you out of the queue and they'll put you back in it.
All right, I'll go back in, and I'm not trying to skirt my civic duty.
Yeah, so that's as simple. You just contact the clerk's office, and on the back of the subpoena or the bottom of it, it'll tell you if there's a conflict or if you need special accommodations. Just to contact the court, and then they'll walk you through the process. But for folks listening, if you've got a receipt for a plane ticket or, for obviously the cruise, that you can get that from Accent on Travel, the receipt for the purchase. Hey, you can just send a copy of it in. I'm not blowing smoke. This is really what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then they'll just rotate you to a different. It's not like you'll wait years, but they'll take you out of this cycle and they'll put you on probably in the next couple.
All right.
Dom, a buddy of mine, cool guy, nice hair, loves Led Zeppelin, wanted to know if you didn't respond at all and just didn't go, what happens?
Well, the truth is, I have never in my experience seen or represented anybody that had repercussions. Now, that doesn't mean that it won't happen, okay? But I've just never represented anybody that does it. So, but what happens is you'll probably get a letter. They'll ask you to contact them, and they'll put you back in the queue. But I have personally never had to represent someone that was subpoenaed or got in trouble per se. But there is a mechanism that if you do it so many times, there is recourse for that.
Gotcha.
So I don't want people to say, oh, just blow it off or you can't do it, because it's very, very important. It's a civic duty.
Oh, I want to go.
But yeah, I think from my understanding, again, never having represented someone that absconded, if you would, from jury duty, there is a mechanism where if it's a continual basis, or I don't know what the threshold would be, it may become problematic. So I strongly encourage not to do that course of action. That sounds like a double negative.
I know they told you you're allowed to bring your iPad there. I bet you they have snacks. I'm all for it. I just bad date. I'll reschedule. I'll go back out there.
Yeah, and a lot of people do. They'll have surgery scheduled or issues, and when you go to jury duty and you're called in and you're in the pool, the first thing the judge says is that, does anyone have any conflicts here that will prevent them from being here for a day, 2 days, or a week?
Yeah.
And then all the proverbial hands go up, and there's a lot of single moms and dads with child care issues, and then that's understandable. Then they might be removed from the pool. There are some folks that have physical limitations, or they can't hear, or they can't see. And obviously, for exhibits and evidence and testimony, that's a problem. There are some folks that don't understand the language very well. That's a problem. There's people that are on vacation, or their work is giving them a hard time. So the judge, he has questions, and they go through this colloquy. And the state, if it's a criminal case in the defense, or the defense and the plaintiff, it's a civil, they don't predominantly want jurors that are aggravated to be there.
Right.
So if you go there and you have these conflicts, just be honest and tell everybody, because I would rather have a juror that is focused and listening to the evidence, and they're not pissed off because they might lose their job, or they're not going to pick their kid up on time, or they had to give up a vacation, and they're not focusing on the evidence. And lawyers and the judges are very cognizant of that. So that's probably the best way to articulate. Go, explain a conflict, and then they'll excuse you and thank you for your service of being there. You spend a few hours. That's better than just not showing up.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going as soon as they reschedule me. Now, if you have a call for Dom, I don't know if we'll get to it, because there's plenty of people on hold right now. But let's go to Linda. Linda, good morning. I want to ask Dom, what do you got?
Hi. I bought a scratch off in October. I won $1,000.
Nice.
I went to Tampa to collect it, and I'm 74. I work for Disney. And they said that I owed unemployment from COVID $1,200. Now, it took them 6 weeks to tell me this. I tried to get a hold of unemployment. They never got back to me. They've closed all their offices. So far now, I have got a receipt from no one that they took this $1,000 and put it towards what I owed. I was never notified by unemployment, and I only got $67 a week. So that meant they overpaid me for 3 months. I don't think so. I have not been able to get a hold of anyone. I keep calling Tallahassee, the lottery, and they said, oh, unemployment has to call you or send you a letter. So far, somebody's got my $1,000 ticket, and I don't have any receipt from anybody except from the lottery office when I gave them the ticket.
Well, so you went to the lottery office to cash it because it's over a certain threshold. You didn't go to any local where you bought it or anything like that.
Yes, you have to over 600.
Right.
Yeah,
That's the threshold. So the problem is that if you have a lien, a civil lien in any capacity, especially from government funds, You may not necessarily know about it. You know about it now. But if you win the lottery or if you get an inheritance, then that lien is going to attach on those proceeds. And that's what's happened here. Now, your problem is you're trying to verify the existence of the lien and the fact that it's accurate. So
Yes.
the problem that you have logistically is they're not calling you back. You're not quite sure what's going on. I understand the dilemma. However, in order to figure it out without, quickly, without waiting weeks or months, because you're talking about, state and federal employees, and then let us all pray as far as swift and timeliness there. I mean, we appreciate what they do. They just don't do it quickly. Okay.
Yes.
So then the question is going to come, well, how much money are you willing to spend with a lawyer to figure out what their problem is and why they're so damn slow? And I don't know if that's really the best answer for you, other than you're just going to have to work the process. Send them letters, certified emails. You are going to need to drive them crazy with answers and understanding. Just bombard them to the extent that you have the time and energy to do so, because to chase them down with a lawyer is just not going to be financially feasible for you. But I'm not telling you to give up. Hey, I'm a citizen. I won. I played the game fair. You're taking the money. I want to know what's going on. And if it really gets nasty and you don't know what's going, at the very last resort, we can always go to a consumer law attorney on the issue. But then I don't know what the recourse is going to be with that. Your years of litigation over this. I don't know if it's worth it.
I just want a receipt from someone saying that they took my $1,000 and put it towards what I owed, which is fine, but I was never notified by unemployment.
I don't blame you. So
just send me a receipt and said you took it off what I owe.
Now, did you? Did you email me?
I did, and yes,
I sent you to
you
Sean.
Sent me to yes,
Yeah.
but it was. But I was also wondering if anyone else out there has the same problem. I know a lady on Channel 8 News. They did the same with her $10,000 check.
Well, what did
ticket.
Sean Estes? What did he say? Did you talk with him?
He wanted to start at $250.
Yeah. See, sometimes these things are they're so tedious that you have some of the lawyers have to invest the time, energy, and effort. There's a certain expense in doing it. So that's certain particular areas of law. All right. Well, do my recommendation.
I can write letters.
You do that, and then we can circle back with our consumer lawyer, which is different than Sean.
Okay.
But we need to see a paper trail, and then we can send it to the consumer lawyer. That's the best suggestion I can give you today.
Will you still keep playing the scratch-offs, or are you done with them now?
Oh, yeah. No, I do, because I'm 74. I have a rescue farm of 40 rescue animals.
Right.
And I work at Disney part-time to help support the animals, and that is my outlet. I don't go to bingo. I don't go to casinos. I buy my scratch-offs.
Yeah, I got you. Well, good. I hope you hit a big jackpot.
Why, thank you.
All right, Pumpkin.
And have a great time on the cruise.
Thank
What's the wildest animal you got out there?
I have, right now, sitting next to me, I have a St. Bernard I'm taking to the vet. I have 4 horses, 2 St. Bernards, 2 Great Danes, 27 cats, 2 birds,
Oh, I love
and a
it.
partridge in a pear tree.
Thank you.
I have them sitting right here. I have Chewbacca and Sadie.
Well, thanks, Pumpkin. Thanks for taking care of the animals,
real
too.
quick, Mike, just
Yeah.
to answer your question, because I had a minute to look it up because it's been a minute. But Section 40.23.
That's right.
In the state of Florida, failing to appear for jury duty can result
Jury
in
duty.
Yeah, jury duty. It can result in a fine up to $100. Under that section, again, 40.23 of the Florida statutes. You may also face contempt proceedings, which is why I mentioned the judge can, you'll call you in, which could result in community service, jail time, or other sanctions. Again, that's extreme scenarios. But for the listening audience and for the question that Galvin had there, that's the Florida section. Those are the potential sanctions. Now, 22 years, I have personally never represented anyone that had this issue. Not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. My job is to answer the question. There's the law. That's the advice. Just putting it out there. And I give everyone now the Dominus Hibiscus on jury duty.
Almost be worth it to just pay the $100.
Well, I mean,
like they should offer it as an option. If you don't want to go, and you pay a $100 fine. They'd probably make some money.
Yeah, but the problem with that is then we'll have an influx of money and we'll not have anybody to hear the case.
That's true.
You have a right to trial by jury, but the Constitution says not unless they pay enough money.
Yeah, I think about that.
So the Sixth Amendment is no mas, right? So.
Dean, good morning. I want to ask Dom. What do you got, Dean?
How you doing? Good morning. Hey, Mr. Dom, I just had a quick question. This is for a different company. It's a small business, and they got notified from the BBC about a complaint. Never had a complaint in the last 5 years. Small business, and we've always been rated very high. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's complaining about you, and you're upset about it.
Well, I'm not upset about it, but it's false, and it's not accurate, and it's not true. And they sent that letter, and as a matter of fact, we got, let's just say the company got nominated number one small business of the year this year. And it's the first time that somebody went towards a letterhead from the BBC towards the company, and we don't know. I did try to contact your office, and I left a voice towards that. But I would like to follow up to see I have like 2 more days to respond to this because they gave me 10 working days.
Well, there's companies that handle social media marketing. If you have a negative results, I mean, you can hire companies that go in to remove these things. You don't necessarily need a lawyer or my office to do that. So you can research companies that's solely their job is to eliminate negative or bad reviews. Especially if they're false or if you can. Now, listen, you say it's false, there might be someone else's opinion. So if someone else's opinion on an issue is their opinion, now that's different than fact circumstances that are, disingenuous. So there's a distinction there about, depending on what you're talking about. But I don't think you need a lawyer for that. There's there's several that do that. And that's what you need to research.
The accusation that they found is totally false. And they're trying to get money back when the job was done and everything was agreed.
That's a civil matter, sir. Well, time out. If they're trying to get money back, the remedy is the court system for that. Now they might be blasting on social media because they're pissed, but ultimately, if it's an issue that is best served in the courts, you could sue them. Under the circumstances, if it's defaming you, and you have slander and libel, right? Slander is spoken, libel is written, and it has to be conveyed to a third party, and it has to be untrue. Truth is a defense to defamation, by the way. So
yes, and then I documented everything. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I documented everything, wrote everything down, and everything was signed off. But they started switching the change orders up, which I had made a previous suggestion on how it should be.
Well, I don't want to litigate the whole case this morning because we don't have the ability to do that. But you don't have.
I would like to get a hold of your office and go forward if I can call there.
Well, I understand that, but my office doesn't do that. I can refer you over to Jim McGuire over at Thomas & Cicero if it's a defamation action.
Yeah, Jim McGuire. Okay.
Jim McGuire. And Jim's my attorney. So if I screw up or do something in entertainment law, then he's my lawyer for things that I do in the community as a public figure. But his office also does on certain elements defamation. Now, I don't know the cost. It's not cheap over there. It's expensive because it's hard work. So just, he doesn't work on a contingency fee like my auto accident cases. All right. So just, you have to come to a realization when you call certain lawyers in certain areas of practice that there's going to be an upfront retainer to go after or do something that you're looking to accomplish. A lot of people think it's a different design.
The financial situation is not the really biggest issue. It's just ruining the reputation that has been worked so hard to create.
We'll go to AskTheDom.com. Yeah, and I'll give you Jim's information.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck. He's losing me on that one. Let's go to Dave. Dave got in a fight at Walgreens. What's up, Dave? You're on Ask the Dom.
Hello. It was a couple weeks ago, but I pulled her into a parking spot. I got out of the car, and the guy came up to me, and we locked arms. I ended up punching him.
What guy?
For what? What happened?
What guy?
There was he said I pulled out of the parking spot too fast, and he started yelling at me, saying that he wouldn't kick my ass. So I got out of the car.
Well,
let him kick my ass.
hey, time out for a second. Is this an employee of the supermarket?
No, it just happened to be in front of Walgreens.
All right, so this is another citizen.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this citizen is yelling at you because they think you did something too quickly or too swiftly with the way you parked.
Yes, sir.
All right, now we understand the parties. Two citizens, one's yelling at you for the way you parked your car. Okay, go ahead.
So I jump out of the car and I walk towards the front of my car, and he bridges the gap in between us, and we had a sweatshirt on, and he locked up on my sweatshirt. He grabbed hold of my sweatshirt.
All right, now stop for a second. That's a battery on you by this individual. That's a crime. You're a victim of a crime. That's number one. Go ahead.
So at that point, I punch him in his face. He lets go of me, and we separate at that point. I get back in the car, and I just drive away.
All right, now stop for a second. So is an act of self-defense trying to remove this individual that's now grabbing you, touching you unwantedly, which is an unwanted touching as a battery. You then, punch him, right, and then to get him off of you. And then was he fall to the ground? Does he come back after you? What happened?
He stumbles back enough where there was separation at that time.
All right.
I expected there to be a verbal altercation with the guy, which is the whole reason I got out of the car. I figured, let off some steam. We'll yell.
All right, well, let's move past that. You left, and then now what? You're calling me now? Why?
Because the cops came to my house saying that that gentleman says that I punched him unprovoked. And that he wants to press charges.
Sure.
Now there's no video evidence, and there's no witnesses to the crime.
Okay.
Is there anything to press charges against?
Well, unless the folks are listening to the show, I mean, you don't give a statement to law enforcement. Don't you?
Well, they came to my house, and I
don't care. I don't care. I don't care how wonderful and smiley they are. Thank you very much, officer, for your service. Or deputy officer, whatever the case may be. I'm not making any statements at this point in time. You contact my attorney, Mr. Ferriello. Have a fantastic day.
Too late for that.
You do not have to talk to law enforcement in these type of scenarios if you do not want, because that is the Fifth Amendment. You have the right to remain silent. Then you have a right to an attorney under the Sixth and counsel. You have a right to prevent from unlawful search and seizures under the Fourth. The Fourth, Fifth, and Sixth is our bread and butter on this side of the aisle. I mean, I'm just telling you. So you don't have to make those statements. Say, hey, thank you for your service. I'm not making any statements. Here's my lawyer, Dom Ferriello. Have a fantastic day. And then you close the door and off you go. Short of them having a warrant, then things happen differently. And then in that case, hey, no problem. You got a warrant. All right, let's go down. I'll bond out by freedom bail bonds. Mamas will come get you. You're out in 6 hours, and then you hire me, and then we do it that way.
All right.
You good?
Okay, Well, no, because the cops came to the house that night, and I've already given a statement to them.
Well, you should have called me that night.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, and so
on that now, do I need to retain a lawyer now? Is that what I'm wondering?
Well, potentially, sure. You need to call the office. I don't know what county it is. Don't go blurting it out. But what I think you need to do is call the office. Yes, you might need to retain us preliminarily, because then I can call, or Mr. Sansoni, or wherever the county it is. We can call law enforcement and say, hey, what are you guys doing? Are you they may not have enough information. It might be a he said argument. Then they're going to send it to the state attorney's office.
That's what it is. They told me. Yeah. They told me that's what it was. They told me it was a he said, she said.
Correct.
And that it was going to go to the district attorney's office.
Yeah, and then so now you need an attorney to contact the intake division to the state attorney's office and say, hey, guys, we don't think you got enough evidence to move forward under the burden beyond a reasonable doubt, depending on the type of nature of the charges. Now, if the guy falls down and you injure him, or knocks his tooth out, or you send him to the hospital, you're looking at felony charges because of the
the cop already told me that there was no physical evidence on him at the scene of the crime.
All right, so then it's a misdemeanor battery at most, but it's a self-defense issue. But my thing is, with folks listening, when you get out, someone starts yelling at you, say, hey, have a great day, and you just keep walking.
I got out of the car.
Yeah, I mean, well, you got to get out of the car to go inside. Yeah, but I mean, if the guy comes up to you, you got to defend yourself. Not saying you run away from the cat, but at the end of the day, I mean, look, there's situations that happen. I try to de-escalate things. Contact the office, because somebody needs to contact the intake division for you, see if we can minimize the damage, get it to be resolved.
Okay.
All right, good luck, buddy. 813-251-5550 or askthedom.com. Let's go. Try to grab one more. Let's go to Eduardo. Eduardo, good morning. You're on with Ask the Dom. What do you got, Eduardo?
Good morning. I just had a roofing claim issue. We received a check, and it's in my bank account, and everything's done. But now I'm trying to contact the roofing company that we started the claim with, and there's nowhere to be found. I went to the office on Friday, and the place is shut down. There was nothing there. Been calling since last week. I called 5 times and left 3 messages, and they haven't called me back. So I was just curious, since I signed with them on the contract, can I get somebody else, or how do I proceed to make sure they don't come back to me?
Your homeowner's insurance sent you a check for this particular roofing company to fix the roof.
Yeah. No, they sent it under my name and my wife's name.
Right, but it was sent by your homeowner's insurance.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And did this company did you get this company through your homeowners? Was this one of their prescribed?
No. This is somebody that came knocking on the door, and the person came in, and the person that came into my home, and we started everything and wrote up the paperwork.
All right.
He no longer works with the company. He said he parted his way with them. They had an issue.
Here's what you have. How much money did your homeowner's insurance send you for the roof?
It was one check was for after the lawyers got theirs. I got one check for $10,000, and the other one that was just sent for $18,000, so $38,000.
Okay,
total that I received. I have in the bank.
Two things you have to do.
Hookers and cocaine.
Yeah. So yeah. Listen, 2 things you have to do. Right? If you write this down and remember this. All right.
Sure,
number 1 is you need to contact the lawyers that got their fee on the deal.
Okay.
All right, and you got to let them know, hey, I got my money, and I want to pay to have the roofers guys come in. They're now MIA. We don't know where they are, and I still need to fix my roof. So the lawyers need to know, what do we recommend? We got to get somebody else in to do an estimate to come in. And you also have to send a letter to your homeowner's insurance. Same thing. Carbon copy the same letter. Put both addresses on it. The homeowner's company, insurance company, as well as the lawyers. Read everybody in. What do I need to do? Do we have a set of recommended contractors? We need to get somebody else in, because what may happen is you have a second roofing company come in and give an estimate. Oh, well, this is going to be $10,000 more. Well, now you don't have enough in your account. Or it might be $10,000 less. Well, now you have an access in your account. So you're going to run into trouble either way without reading those parties in as to what's happening, and then have them tell you what the protocol is if something like this happens, because I know they have one. They have a protocol for it.
Okay.
There you go. Problem is solved today. Now let's see what tomorrow's problem is. If those guys don't call you back or mess with you, then you need attorney John Sachs at my office, through my network, excuse me. John's fantastic. He does homeowners insurance claims, in particular, wind damage, hurricane damage, storm damage, leaking pipes, anything really that, messes up the house under a homeowner's claim. John Sachs in the network.
Johnny Sack.
Johnny Sack. Yes. Ironically enough, yes. You think I'm making this stuff up, but yeah, Johnny is Johnny Sacramone. That's right.
All right, buddy. Thank you, and good luck to you,
Thank you very
Eduardo.
much.
All right, pal. There are some calls on hold that did not get through. If you didn't get through, you can call the office, 813-251-5550, or you can always go to Ask the Dom and email Dom. He will get back to you. And, Dom, we appreciate you helping our listeners this morning.
Man, that was a fun show. Great segment, man. It just flies by. Right, Carmen?
Yes.
Yeah, Carmen's like, woo, man.
Carmen's been asleep for 20 minutes.
I know. Carmen, wake up. I'm done.
I've been answering phones.
Carmen, my segment's over. Wake up. You got to go back to work. Mike, next week, just heads up, spring break, family and I are skiing in Utah. I mentioned this to Carmen. I'll text Spanish, so if you need me to call in, or whatever you want to do next Tuesday, we can coordinate that. But just heads up for next week.
All right. Sounds good. Dom, thank you. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. What else?
I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bitcoin is still climbing. I don't know.
So
if you
what?
checked
I was
it.
watching.
Gio just showed me it's at 68 plus.
Nice.
Yeah.
I showed myself.
Yeah, it is.
Did you see my balance?
That's the best part.
Nice.
What is your balance?
0. 0. I don't have any Bitcoin.
Let me look real quick. Let me see.
I just wanted to buy pizzas, man. I thought that
Who
was the
has
coolest
more
thing.
money in there, me or Spanish?
Spanish.
By
a lot.
In Bitcoin or in all kind of different stuff? Like which?
Yeah, everything
Strictly
overall?
Bitcoin? I'm going to go Spanish.
All right.
I bet he's got double what you have. At least.
How do you know?
Whoa.
I know some stuff.
Do you know what I have?
No.
Then how do you know he's got double?
I'm guessing.
Take a peek.
Do you have more than 200,000
total or just in Bitcoin?
Total.
Very close. Look,
Told
I'll
you.
show Gio. That's my total balance.
What does it say?
You should buy me some more Lego sets. I don't feel bad now at all.
Yeah, I told you.
This
Where
guy.
did you get all the money to put in?
I was my life savings actually.
Smart.
Yeah, and it has.
And you let
more
Mike
than-
buy lunch?
Yeah,
Every time.
I offer to buy. I do offer to buy. You can't deny that.
Yeah,
And
after I
then
pay.
You offer to buy, and they go, yeah. And then you go, do you take Bitcoin? And they go, well.
Right. It's
Yeah.
still wizard money.
Yeah.
It
It
still
is,
does
sure.
not count yet.
Sure thing. Sure thing.
No, but I'm saying as far as paying certain
Yeah.
places.
For sure. Yeah.
Good for you, Spanish.
Yeah. It's one thing worked out.
All those people are like, Spanish is an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I guess.
Were you gonna?
That was me, by the way.
Were you gonna leave me any? Had you,
Died?
ended yourself?
Yeah. Unalive
Unalive?
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unalive?
I actually did. I did have a plan for all that.
Oh, I need to know the will. Tell me the will.
It wasn't really a will. It was just I wrote down on a piece of paper like who
You
would get
did?
what. Yeah.
All right, who
yeah.
gets what?
So like my brother would get my car, my PlayStation.
Good. I don't want any of that
And
garbage.
he'd get the majority of my crypto, but then I was
A
gonna leave.
majority of it.
But I was gonna
Wow.
leave you guys each piece of Ethereum.
How much?
Well, I only have like I think 45 shares.
Oh.
So he was gonna get
That idiot gets all your crypto?
No. He was only gonna get 15, and then I would parcel out the rest to each of you guys, and I'd probably leave Joe the most because
Yeah, you owe him.
He's gotta clean
I
up
don't
the
owe
mess.
him, but
You do kind of owe him.
needs
not
it the most.
definitely.
Then we
not.
call and we change the name of Whore Island to the Anthony Polacami Memorial
Yeah.
Asylum.
Yeah.
to the Ethereum house.
The APMS.
Joe does it like Gilbert Grape. He just burns the whole place down and leaves.
Can't get him out. Let's burn the place down.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh,
And so
man.
hopefully, if that keeps going, like if Ethereum hits $5,000 this year, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well,
pretty
or,
good right now.
Ethereum, yeah, because I bought it when it was only like $30 a share.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So you're saying I should sell all my Bitcoin and just put it in Ethereum?
No, I'm not gonna say that.
I called Spanish yesterday and I go, should I buy Ethereum?
And because it's probably gonna dip. It's
Yeah, you
gonna
know
have
what?
another major dip soon, I
Yeah.
imagine, and then it'll go back up. But yeah, the only reason,
BTD.
yeah, I like Ethereum more than I like Bitcoin is because Bitcoin is way more of a Wild West coin than the others. Where like Ethereum is being used to transfer data. Chainlink is used to communicate.
You're
their-
just
yeah.
boring all of us.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah. I
They're
liked it
good.
better when you talked about leaving the stuff in your will.
Yeah. But that was it. Oh, my guns. You would have gotten some of my guns. Joe got
Some?
some of my guns.
Who would have
yeah.
gotten the one gun?
I'll take it.
That's a good question. I didn't think about that.
I would have taken it. Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Polish it
we frame
up.
We frame it. We put it on the wall.
You frame it.
Bring it
yeah.
to Shark Coast and trade it in.
Yeah.
That becomes my new drop gun.
Yeah.